Good evening, everybody. We're back. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Four Horsemen of the Toon. We are back after what seems like a very, very, very long time away. But all the guys are back, and we're raring to go. Some of us more than others, I have to say. But first of all, just a massive thank you to everybody for all the support I've had on Twitter over the weekend. It's been phenomenal. Very, very touching, to say the least, to know that so many people are out there supporting you when you're going through a bad time. Despite all the trolls trying to hit me hard, what has shone through is the good people. And Twitter can be a good place sometimes with the amount of decent people who are on it compared to the dungeon-ridden twats that they are, who have nothing better to do in their life but to sit in the dark dungeons every day and just get told when the tea's ready off mommy and daddy, and then have to go and run and do the chores. So I'd just like to say to all the trolls out there on Twitter, fuck off. Anyway, good evening, guys.
Good evening.
Good evening, Paul.
Oh, piss off. They're not starting already. No way. No way. Guys, if Barry's coming across a bit blurry on your screens, it's because there's all sorts of thunderstorms apparently going down on in York at the minute, so it's a bit of a dodgy connection.
Mine, it's weird.
Yeah, is he coming through blurry to you other guys?
A little bit.
Peter, can't hear a word you're saying, matey. Has he plugged his headset in? Well, this is a good start, isn't it? After all this time away, Peter's silent, Barry's blurry. Don't know what the hell's
What's
going
that look
on
like now? Do I look blurry without the screen on?
Yeah. It's not. I don't think it's a green screen, mate.
Yeah, I think
never mind. Peter, I don't know what's going on. We can't hear you. Hang on. It might be my end. Apparently your mic's not connected, Peter.
What a great start.
Yeah. Dear God.
Oh, man.
I don't know what's going on. Well, Peter tries to sort that out. We've got some comments coming in already from the usual suspects. Layla is the first one. The doctor gave me some cream for my skin rash. He said I was a site for psoriasis. Oh, dear. Layla then goes on to say, Peter looks like John's cucumber, whatever that means.
Guess his name, right?
Peter, it's neat point you talking, matey. Something's going badly wrong at your end. Try signing off and coming back on, mate, because I think something's gone wrong there. You need to test your mic in StreamYard.
Paul, apparently you have a
what about now?
Chin.
Yeah, I can hear you, Pete.
Chin twin.
Oh, it was on bloody mute. I don't know why.
Who's that?
That's meant to be your chin twin.
My chin twin. Okay.
Chipper sent me that and said, show this to Paul, this is Paul. I went, well, it doesn't look like Paul, does it? He went, well, he's chin. I went, well, the rest of us got to look like him as well. He's not his chin twin. You know, he's sending me some crap, to be fair. And then he sent me a picture of an egg. That's apparently to you.
Chippers is a bell end. Baz, do you want to try signing off and come back on? Because it's so It's terrible. We're not getting a clear picture.
Just one quick thing as well. Congratulations to Chipper for losing your virginity. I know it was tonight. You announced it on Twitter. Well done, mate.
Must applaud that. Yeah, well done, Chippers. Finally, after 45 years. Try coming back on, Baz.
Yeah, will do.
Nice one. So we'll crack on while he tries to sort it out. Chipper says, John, do you call Joe Linton daddy in the bedroom? And then he says, I heard John's new kit for Joe Linton was a thong. Oh, no. God almighty.
There we go.
Ryan, the Chelsea fan. Hi, Paul, with your club in limbo and other clubs getting stronger in the window. Ashley not spending on players, none through the door. Do you think this season you will go down with the team you've got? 100% with the team we've got. Yes, we will be going down. Guys, what are your thoughts on that?
It's a possibility, or we might just scrape it, but it will be but if we do not sign anyone, we will be in a massive relegation battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, I think we'll be in trouble this season. No goals for Willock. I think Callum Wilson will have to work harder to get some goals. We've got no creativity. Midfield's absolutely shite. I'm not going to lie. But at the end of the day, I mean, we're in limbo at the minute. We've got a Takeover as well. That's playing in the background as well. Where that's going to go through or not. And that club, I'm not going to lie, let's constantly take over first before the new season, yeah? And then see what happens. Because at the minute, it's all
nobody knows what the hell's going on with that at the minute, so we'll just have to... Premier League have got another extension, so, it just keeps going on and on and on. It's doing my head in. Yeah. Layla says, when I see the names of lovers engraved on a tree, I don't find it cute or romantic. Oh, my God. Is that John Sinclair riding a unicorn? Jesus Christ.
All the way to the takeover.
Yeah. When I see the names of lovers engaged on a tree, I don't find it cute or romantic. I find it weird how many people take knives with them on dates. That's a good point, actually. Layla says, give a man a match and he'll be warm for a few hours. Set a man on fire and he will be warm for the rest of his life.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Bit of a bad experience. Well, Layla's really making up for the time she's been away.
What? Who's that? Is that me?
It's hard to tell because Barry's so bloody blurry.
It is.
Yeah,
it's so blurry, is it?
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
the connection.
Still have this.
Yeah, your connection's poor tonight.
Yeah.
Layla's back again. I'll never forget my granddad's last words to me just before he died. Are you still holding the ladder?
Oh,
Jesus.
oh what?
Layla's really sort of obviously missed us because there's I work with animals, the guy says to his date. That's so sweet, she replies. I love a man who cares about animals. Where do you work? I'm a butcher, he says.
I've heard that before.
What do you call a pony with a cob? A little horse called John?
I've heard the job, but not with John on the end.
I know.
It's off them Shearer and Ian Wright tried on laugh challenges.
I've seen them. They
Oh,
were brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, yeah. James says, give it to me, give it to me. She yelled at the top of her voice. I'm so wet, give it to me now. She could scream all she wanted, but I was keeping the umbrella.
Okay.
You can tell people have been sort of itching to get this show back on the road again because there's just so many absolute abysmal jokes coming in here. James says, who was born in September? Because if you were born in September, it's pretty safe to assume that your parents started their new year with a massive bang. What's long, green, and smells like bacon? Kermit the Frog's fingers.
Yes,
I've heard that a few times. And what's the difference between a bull terrier and a Warburton's thick slice? 2 different breeds.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Jesus. Layla, why was the little strawberry crying? His mom was in a jam. What did the Joe Linton say to his stomach? Stop, I've got you under a vest. What is going on here? Lee, good evening. The missus just got off the phone to our favourite takeaway. She said, do you deliver? No, he said, we only do beef and chicken. I've heard that one before. That's
loads of times.
Peter, what's his name, man? What's his surname?
Peter K.
Peter K, that's him. That's one of his. Lee says, where's Warsaw, says the young gun in War Shed. I replied. Chippers, where is my wife Judy? Last time I saw her, she was frothing at the mouth after taking 12 inches of Sam's sausage. I don't actually know where Judy is. I haven't seen her kicking around Twitter or YouTube for a while, but I guess there's still time for Judy to come on board. Don't worry, we've got 2 hours of this bloody thing to go. Lee says, my son's got 2 words, car and map. That's all he can say. Car, map, car. I'm fairly worried he's trying to escape. So if the next word is passport, we're in serious trouble. Chipper says, John and Joe Linton were spotting fishing on the quayside. I meant fisting. Oh, Chippers. No. We'll go through a few more. Did you hear about the first restaurant to open on the moon, which was John's? It had great food, but no atmosphere and too much Joe Linton juice. Nothing else really. 1 star.
Oh, God.
Why? Why is the question I would say to that. James, it's not the first time either, Chippers, that John and Joe Linton have been caught on the quayside. Why do ducks have feathers? To cover their butt quacks.
Oh, Jesus.
God almighty. Hey, I tell you what, some people have gone so bad. James, I'm not surprised Ukraine lost to England on Saturday, especially since their best player, Tickly Chestikov, had to isolate.
Oh, God. That came on my watch along. That was on my watch along.
All right, good. James says, little pricks
People were
go into
putting
little
that
condom.
on Twitter saying that the game had been abandoned, weren't they? And that was the joke.
Yeah. I'd seen it on Twitter. I didn't realize that. To be honest, I didn't realize where I was on Saturday night. So, little pricks go into little condoms. Big pricks go into big condoms. Fat pricks go into Sunderland shirts.
Oh,
dear. Annie says, sorry, Paul, buddy, to hear about the unfortunate news. Hope you get better, but it's time for a smile. Yeah, thanks, mate. Appreciate that. Ryan says, Paul, if you like Auf Wiedersehen Pet, you should watch Spender, also set in Newcastle with that ITV drama Vera. Spender, there's a blast from the past. Were we fans of Spender?
Yep.
Yeah.
Peter's
And
not
Auf Wiedersehen Pet, obviously.
Yeah, well, Auf Wiedersehen Pet, that'll take some beating. That was just the. It was awesome. Layla's got one more here. How much teddy bears never want to eat anything because they're always stuffed?
Oh, God.
This is just not on this. Right, guys. The European Championships. Obviously, I suppose we better touch on them.
I'm going to talk about football.
Yeah, for briefly. Why not? Is it coming home?
I think it is. Well, depends on Italy, Spain, doesn't it? I think if Spain can beat Italy, I think we'll beat Spain. I think we'll find it difficult to beat Italy in the final, but you just never know.
Didn't it give John any bloody more? Christ, we know he's a closet Italian, isn't he? Hey, you want some pizza? Some spaghetti, huh? We win the Euros, huh? We win the Euro 2020. Honestly,
as long as there's not for any salami, I'm all right.
I wanted to come home.
He'll have his salami out, all right.
Gives a high five, man.
You know, instead of painting the town red, he'll be painting the ceiling white.
But listen, I think England's got a good chance here. I have to agree with Barry, so it depends. If we play Spain, we'll win it. But against Italy, that's going to be a really, really tough one. I'm not going to lie. But I think Italy's playing the best football in the tournament. And I know it's going to upset a lot of people. But at the end of the day, and just go some cracking goals. But even if we play Italy for the final, I still want us to beat Italy because I'm an Englishman. Yeah?
Does anyone else smell the bullshit?
But no, listen, let's hope it's an England-Italy final.
Yeah. By the way, if anybody's wondering where this elusive John Sinclair green screen is, it's still in the garage. He actually bought it for the spiders and the rats and the mice. So they're having fun playing along a little green screen tunnel and, taking photos of themselves when they're in front of Niagara Falls and shit like that. So God knows when we're going to see John's green screen. It's as much use as a chocolate fire guard right now. That he paid so much money for that's just lying in the garage, rotting away. A bit like Joe Linton's cock after a night after John. Frank, good evening. She said, kiss me, mother, under the mistletoe. I said, I wouldn't kiss under her chloroform. Chippers, John said to Joe Linton, you have a potty mouth. He said, if that's the case, open wide, I need a shit.
Oh.
God almighty. Evening, Keith. Keith says, are there 2 chasers on the show tonight? Well, I mean, if you're talking about the 2 on the right-hand side, obviously,
yes.
we know about Proudlock and, his one, and then obviously Sean Wallace there on the bottom. I think, Barry, we get away with that one, I think, because we don't look like
Bradley
any of the
Walsh,
chasers.
apparently, remember.
Well, yeah, good point, actually. Leila says, did you hear about the cheese factory that exploded in France? There was nothing left but debris.
Yes, I remember that. That's off the sheer.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's made me laugh for once.
That's off the sheer Ian Wright one.
Yeah. Well, good evening, Thomas. He's very excited for the show, as a lot of people have, and a lot of messages today making sure it was still on. To be honest, I didn't know whether I was going to do it or not because of the way I was feeling. But you know what? I need a laugh, and if any show is going to give me a laugh and cheer me up, it's this one without a shadow of a doubt. And spending 2 hours with my favourite guys, you know what it is. It cannot be better. Who was that?
Billy says, yeah, to you, Paul, you got to try that suit on. Go on to him.
My God. I don't think I like that. Connor says, good evening, men. I'm sure I saw John and Joe Linton in Morpeth on a stakeout last week celebrating England with win against Germany. Were you on a stakeout, John, somewhere in Morpeth?
Well, I've got some breaking news though. I've got a date on Saturday again.
Hey.
And
that's not breaking news, that's a regular occurrence.
No, it's the same one. It's the same last sort of thing, and go with an Indian curry.
Yeah, but does she know where your winky's been? You know, she might have second thoughts when she finds out it's been in Joe Linton's love tunnel.
Oh!
Sounds like you're not getting anything on this second date either if you're going for an Indians.
That must have done well though. But no, I'm not gonna get it on it. I'm not gonna do it on the second night.
Does she know she's gonna have to play second fiddle to all your streams?
I think she knows about that.
Yeah.
She knows about that.
Chipper says, Paul, could you strike your Ann Summers model pose, please? Chippers, I ain't got one, mate. The only person that has a Ann Summers modelling is yourself. And you can naff off with the I got a text, right? Because Love Island just, anything with that word in it at the minute is just, Thomas says, since when did ye all get tattoos?
I haven't got any tattoos.
You haven't got any? Baz, have you?
No.
John?
Nah.
You bunch of pussies.
Oh,
Am I the only one here with tattoos?
Maybe get one.
No, just don't do them.
I might get one.
Yeah, we're going to have to come up with a challenge shortly. The loser gets a tattoo.
No.
It's got to happen. Guys, fire in your suggestions for that because Barry, if you're part of the Horsemen, you can never say never going to happen.
Oh, this reminds me of an AFTV Paul.
Oh, really?
It was when I think it was when it was England were taking on Germany in a friendly.
Yeah.
And it was DT. He said, if Jamie Vardy comes off the bench and scores, he would get an Arsene Wenger tattoo. And what happened?
He scored.
Vardy scored and he got an Arsene Wenger tattoo.
Oh, never. I mean, I don't think that's too bad actually, because he is. I mean, yes, it went sour at the end, but he's still a legend at the club, isn't he? Really, Wenger.
Oh yeah.
Although DT was very, very vocal in wanting him out. To be fair, Frank says it's coming home. Joshua, evening all. Hope you're all okay. Yeah, we are. Frank says it's the tattoo brigade. What's going on?
Where's the tattoos coming from?
I'm the only one with a tattoo. Where's this tattoo brigade come from? Mike Sacked says Bruce is the greatest of all time. Evening, Andrew. Tom says, John, you've been to Blythe Butchers recently for a Brazilian sausage?
Of course I have. I've ordered some, and it's on its way in a couple of days' time.
Yeah, guys. Guys, obviously we've been away. What is it, 5 weeks we've been off? Is it something like that?
4, 5.
4 or 5.
In a month.
But John, I've seen some of your streams, and like seriously, you are making your way through the 92, aren't you?
That's right.
I mean, as soon as Vieira was announced as manager of Crystal Palace, I clicked onto YouTube, and there it is, straight in my face. John Sinclair booked a live stream in for Crystal Palace announcing breaking news: Patrick Vieira is the manager. I tell you what, you're worse than a newspaper. How do you think he'll do, by the way, at Palace?
I think it'd be different for the Palace fans because I think Vieira is going to bring in some good football into the club. And you don't know when they had Hodgson and other managers been there before, so he's be direct. I think the Palace fans going to see something different this season under Vieira. I really do. But he's going to need time. He does play good football, and he wants to play out from the back as well. Have they got the players to do it? I just don't think so. If they keep Zaha or Wilfie, they'll be fine.
Wilfie. I love the way he talks about. Have you noticed, lads, the way John talks about players as if he's best mates with them? Wilfie. He might not like being called Wilfie. Wilfie is an old man's name. My grandma's brother was called Wilfie, and and he was born in like 1855 or something.
I know, but
never mind.
I know that Easy's going to be a miss as well, man. For them, Easy's going to be a miss for them.
Yeah, I reckon so. I like evening and welcome back, lads. Says level 7 Dave, Davey Wonder. Billy says the Horsemen are home. Geordie says stream's not working. Anyone else got the same problem? Well, there's 80 odd watching at the minute, and I don't think they've got a problem. Although Geordie then goes on to say working now 2 seconds later. All right. Andrew says I'm watching the tennis, so I may miss some of the show. Apologies, but I love me tennis. Oh dear, that's no excuse. You know what? We go off air because of the football, and then somebody tells us they might not see the whole show because of the freaking tennis. By the way, do let us know how the young English lass is doing because I think she's really good. Thomas says Tom wasn't a chubby one.
Double standards.
Well, yeah, I guess so. Oh, look who it is. It's Andrew the Scotsman. All right, Andrew, hope you're well, matey. I do know that Billy is also in the house, so I know you two get along like an absolute house on fire. So we'll see how that goes tonight. Evening, Dave Harrison. Thank you very much for all your messages over the weekend, mate. Really do appreciate that. Good evening, Bede. Hope you're well. All the regulars are coming in now. Alex says hello, everyone. And Lasses says Bede. Yeah, let's not miss out the Lasses. Billy says these scented candles I've got are a disgrace. I guess the fingers of love wasn't what I expected. Oh. I know exactly who he's talking about there. Oh, and there he is. Oh, can you just imagine? Can you just imagine what his wife is? I mean, he'll go home and say, his wife will go, "I'm cooking a nice meal tonight," and Yogi will go, "I already ate." I had the snots, from the finger and the nose and the ass and the testicles. They were crawling on my fingers, so I had to eat them. Andy says, evening, cherubs. Oh, God, Andy's in the house. That can only be a bad thing. Jesus, there's so many comments coming in here. Andrew says, evening, Paul, PD, John and Barry. Dave says, well said, Paul. Thanks, mate. Leila says a horse walks into a bar. The bartender says, "Why the long face?" My God, how old is that joke? Seriously.
I've heard that.
Honestly. Thomas says, "Yep, f off the trolls." Yeah, Christ. Andrew says, "Evening, Dave. How's you, young man?" Listen. Let's not have a chat in the comments, right? Now, Stephen Holly's show was on earlier, so you've all been on there chatting away to each other. So let's just concentrate on giving us some help. Well, not me tonight because I'm very brittle, obviously, but the other three, give them absolute hell tonight. You have my personal permission to do that, and I'm sure the lads won't mind that if I just take a night off all this shit. Bede says, is Peter talking underwater?
It was. I had it on mute because every time you play like the intros, it mutes the microphone, and I didn't realize it was still on mute.
You were chatting away to yourself. It was like send the doctors. He's talking to himself. Andrew says, "PD Iron Maiden, the Trooper legend."
Yep, That's one way in the night.
Tom says, John, you've been swimming recently? What the hell?
What? No.
That's a very strange question to ask, Tom. Mike Sack says 44 players on Newcastle's shortlist. Oh, God, every player in the world is linked. Keith says, hope you're okay, Paul.
This is the thing. I just don't see the point why we're mentioning these names sort of thing. The latest one I've heard is they offered us Belotti as well from Toon, 29 million. That ain't going to happen. He ain't going to come to Newcastle.
Listen, we don't know. A takeover and all these players might just flood in and sign. By the way, Judy is in the house, guys. She's with us. Keith says, hope you're okay, Paul. Alex, really sorry about what's happened, Paul. Stay strong, brother, and know we're all with you. Thank you very much. I know you are. It's been honestly just absolutely remarkable the amount of people that have messaged me and supported me through what has been an absolute one of the worst times in my life at the minute. So I can only say thank you and thank you and thank you. It's just been remarkable. Very, very. Some of the messages I've read have been very, very emotional and really, really have touched me. So thank you very much. You three have been stars, as you well know. Baz, I mean, you were straight on, and you've got me head above the parapet still. So we're still going. But massive thank you to you guys. Well, Baz, you've been absolutely incredible. So top man. Andy says Barry wipe the jizz off the Ben's cameraman. How can you stoop so low, Andy? That's disgraceful. That
is low. He's the godfather as well.
Well, there you go. Why did you make him a godfather? Can't hear Pete either. Well, you can now. Beat says, is Peter on a submarine? Well, it makes a difference, Peter, being broadcasting somewhere else instead of Sinclair. Although then again, John, where are you broadcasting from tonight? Buckingham Palace? Windsor Castle?
Just downstairs, mate. Downstairs.
Right. Downstairs. Is that the east or the west wing?
In the living room.
Fair enough. So, John, tell us a little bit about this lady. I mean, we've got nearly 100 people watching. Let's, give the audience a little sort of insight into this woman. I mean, is she double D? Is she double G? Is she,
Yeah, man. Look, she's a couple years older. She's 54.
Right.
And she's on Western, which is 25 miles down the road. Right. And she's quite skinny, as I say, and been single for a couple of years. And
so basically, she's quite skinny. So you're going to break her in half, John. With all the practice you've been having on Joe Linton.
But, hey, I'm not doing it, man. I don't know.
You know what it is? The first time with John, she'll be walking into work next day like she's been on a camel for 6 weeks. Right. Here's Judy. Here's Judy. Riddle me this. I'm 18 inches long and live in a thong. I can break a Brazilian if inserted wrong.
Oh,
it must be John. Oh, God almighty. Judy's back. Oh, how we've missed her. Geordie says Iron Maiden shirt class. Peter, you're getting a lot of nice comments about that. Daz, good evening, matey. If anyone doesn't know Daz, he's part of the Loaded HQ guys. So do go and check them out. I think I've put a link for their channel as well in the description. I might not have. It might be on one of my previous videos. But to be fair to myself, my head's been up my arse, so I don't know. I don't even know what day it is, apart from it's on Monday night. Obviously, I know that because it's the Four Horsemen, but you know what I mean. But Daz is a bit of an Irish prick because this man was the oh God Almighty. Daz was the first person to mention this Love Island crap when I appeared on their show. A couple of Fridays ago, he decided to say, appearing on the show tonight, just taking time out from his preparation for Love Island, is Paul from the Toon Review. And that's why people like knobhead chippers are all going, hashtag I got a text and all of this. So that's the reason for it. And Daz is the man that's responsible for it. However, he knows I'm joking on. He's a top guy. Top guys on Loaded HQ. So go and check their channel out as well. But just 4 or 5 lads like us, just trying to bring the channel up. And they actually do want to do a collaboration with the Four Horsemen one night. So that may actually be one cracking show because it'll just be incredible. So we will be doing that one night as well. The loaded guys and the Four Horsemen, although John's loaded pretty much every night. Billy says, breaking news, the Scottish FA have announced a shirt sponsorship with Viagra, as Scotland have never managed to even get to a semi. Do you know what? I'm sure Billy's had a previous life where he was battling on Hadrian's Wall or something with the Scots, because he really does hate the Scots. Here we go. Andrew says, Billy lol, starting again, are we? To be fair to Andrew, he actually praised, he actually put a comment on one of my Euro 2020 videos, and he was actually praising England. So, it takes a lot for a Scotsman to do that. So well done. Baz, are you on the hub? Is that why your internet connection's a bit dodgy? Because you're looking at something else?
No, I'm dealing with a troll, mate.
Oh God! Oh yeah, I know him. Yeah. Just block him, mate. I blocked him. Donkeys, just block him. Although you like winding them up, I know you do it.
But I know I do. This one's just trying to. I've literally said to him, "I'm off now. See you."
He is probably sort of tweeting from John's dungeon. You do know that. Thomas says John smashed Joe Linton so hard it is unbearable.
Oh,
wow. Keith says Barry is all blurry. Yeah, it's not your eyes, Keith. Don't worry. Andy says congrats, Chippers, on losing your virginity. Brilliant. Judy says his camera's not blurry. He's just sloughed on the lens.
Now you're here, Judy.
Yeah, exactly. Andy's message to Chippers is, what was his name? Oh, brilliant. He lost his virginity to another man. Valerie's in the house. Evening, Val. Hope you're well. Andrew says, anyone else Palace going down? I don't think they will. I think they'll recover. I think they'll play some decent stuff under Vieira.
If not, they'll just get Hodgson back in.
Well, yeah. Mike Sack says Newcastle's still half a good team. Thomas says, congratulations, Chippers. Tears of joy in my eyes. He's getting hammered tonight, Chippers. Rob, good evening. Only a little blurry there, but that's the best Baz has looked in ages.
Hey.
Mike Sack says, are Newcastle close to signing anyone?
No.
Absolutely not. Do you know what? This Castoria thing came out last week, which was the worst kept secret in the history of football. And I expected basically a couple of days after that to maybe see our strips.
Still nothing.
There's still nothing. It's bizarre, isn't it? Just how I can't understand it. I mean, they must have a design ready, surely, to Christ.
Probably should.
John, Baz, you want to have any input in that?
It was the worst kept secret ever, and I just expected once it was.
You know what I mean? But oh man, what can I say? But
oh my God. Judy says John has agreed to star in Disney's new movie, Joe Dorella. Joe Linton travels around the kingdom looking for his one true love, the only man who can fill a Sports Direct mug with his massive knob. Oh my God. Tom says it's ridiculous how many players we've been linked with, and we still haven't signed anyone yet. Yeah, but that's typical, because we know what will happen when it comes to the transfer window. It'll be like, we tried, but we couldn't get it over the line or whatever it is. And that's just the way it'll be. We all know that as Newcastle fans, unless something happens with a takeover. But the problem is the takeover is not going to happen in time for this transfer window. It just isn't. By the time the court cases get out the way and things go through, there's not enough time. Thomas says, fucking raging with the Premier League. Yeah, who isn't? Mind you, did anyone see what I retweeted out earlier on about even the Man United fan?
Yeah.
Saying it's a disgrace and it's, Newcastle United shouldn't be in this situation, and hoping that the takeover goes through. I nearly spilt me coffee when I was reading that.
Billy says something similar myself, and it's not about the Big Six. Every other Premier League club out of the Big Six should be wanting this arbitration case to be shown out in public, to show what they're dealing with themselves. It's not just us. It's Burnley. There's Swan. It's Watford. It's every club should be looking at this, going, we want to see this case in real life. We want to know what's going on. We want to know why the big six are getting away with so much. What was it? 3.2 million each they got fined. It's an absolute disgrace. Why? What is going on? What are they hiding?
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is, right? I mean, I have to agree with Basil as well. It should be shown in public. I mean, I heard people on Twitter come on and say, if you get arbitration in public, we get the takeover. If it goes in private, we're going to lose the takeover. I don't know which way it's going to go. I really don't. And let me tell you something now, right? I'm going to say, before you go on, Paul, we need a takeover. If you don't get a takeover, our club will be paralysed.
Oh, I think we're in deep shit if we don't get a takeover. Absolutely. The thing is, I mean, it's gone on for so long now. I mean, everybody's fed up. Including the lawyers and the QCs, everybody involved with it, because the Premier League just keep asking for extensions. And we know the only reason they're asking for extensions is because the corruption is there for all to see. They are shitting it. Horsemen and Masters are absolutely bricking it right now, because by the time this has all come to an end, the likelihood is they will not be in jobs, because they'll be found out that they've been collaborating with people they shouldn't and listening to people that they shouldn't about the takeover. And I will gladly go to London and clear Richard Masters' desk for him. And then I will take him to a very high car park and push him off the fucker.
And just to quickly as well, before you go on as well, I know I've got to say it right, but I don't trust this arbitrator. It's a Beroff, whatever his name is. He sides with the Premier League. I do not trust.
I heard that. Yeah, but the thing is, he can't risk his job, John. He can't. He has to do it. He has to do everything legally. I know he's linked to the Premier League, but at the same time, he's not going to risk his career and his his good work in the past, if you like, his CV for this. If he dares to try and do anything differently. The arbitration, let's face it, all the arbitration is for is to find out if the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia are linked to PIF. And Saudis have always said they're not, so who are we to disagree with them? And from the information that a lot of people have, it's true. They are separate, and it's PIF that want to run the football club, not the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Once that gets done, I think it's just a straightforward movement now to get the takeover done. But like I say, only time will tell. God, what is that?
Definitely. But
Buckingham Palace.
Read the next bit.
I fuck on the first date. No, oh my God, John.
I agree with you there, mate. I totally agree with you, but
he hasn't even realised what came on the screen.
He said that as well. Like, it's like,
I'm gonna see that shit now. How I really know. I mean, I'm glad you're blurry in a way after putting that on the screen, Baz. Billy says, looking forward to John's watch along of the Uzbekistan Division 3 playoffs. And Connor says, Peter, why don't you ask Javi Manquillo to give you a hand with your connection? Listen, he's sorted now. Ryan says, breaking Amanda on Sky Sports News.
Yes, she did an interview where it was really good.
Yeah, it was.
Very, very good.
Any of you guys fancy a little bit of Amanda?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Listen, I'm just putting the question out there. She's rich, but have you seen that? I like, makeup can do a lot of good things for. Yeah, she looks pretty on there, but have you seen the pictures of her without makeup?
No.
I mean, she really does look like she just crawled out of John's dungeon.
Like you.
I'm not a stalker. I'm talking about what's been on Twitter, you twat. Anyway, Bede says, how many extensions are the Premier League entitled to delay for the consortium to then walk away? Corrupt Premier twats. That's not going to happen. The Premier League can only put it off for so far, and we know that. Andrew says, I can't hear the guys because I've turned down the volume off that young lasses on at Wimbledon. I'm just eating my strawberries and cream. Oh, you posh bastard. Strawberries and cream. Really?
Well,
Ian says, no Willock.
It's a little bit weird, that one.
Yeah. No Willock, we are doomed. Andrew says, are Newcastle United close? No, not on anything. Yeah, well, that's true. Nothing at all. Judy back again. John and Bazza went to the Grand National. Bazza said, did you know they measure the height of a horse in hands? John said, "That's nothing. They measure my dick in feet." Oh God, Judy, if I needed a laugh, God, oh, thank God you're in the house tonight. I tell you, that's brilliant. Andrew says, honestly, missing out on Willock is a big kick in the balls, but really should have gone for Billy Gilmore. I mean, it is disappointing that Norwich City have beaten us to a player. That's if we were in for Gilmore in the first place. I mean, we never know what's going on behind the scenes, do we? I mean, we're linked with that many players. Were we actually linked with Gilmore or not? I don't know. I really don't. Thomas says, Thomas says, Joe Linton and Bruce had Joe Linton diarrhea ice cream with diarrhea sauce and a diarrhea flavoured fruit.
Oh,
that's rank. That's rank. Layla says, what do you get when you cross a dyslexic, an insomniac, and an agnostic? Someone who lays awake at night wondering if there's a dog.
Oh,
man.
That's very dark.
Yeah. Billy says, is John looking forward to watch along with Joe Linton? Oh, watch a schlong with Joe Linton, I should say. Watch a schlong. Layla says, as a scarecrow, people say I'm outstanding in my field, but here, it's in my genes. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, and then Chippers is obviously now deciding he wants to have a flirt with Judy. Guys, little question for you, right? You know, I've had this dilemma about mobile phones for a while now. Going between the Samsung and the iPhone, right? And everybody watching, to be honest, I need a definitive answer by the time this show ends at 10 o'clock at night. I need to be in the right frame of mind to know what phone I want to go for. Do I go for the 12 Pro Max or do I stick with me Galaxy S21 Ultra? Let me know in the comments. What the hell is that?
The Four Horsemen lookalike, apparently.
No, not having that.
Oh.
No. Who sent you that?
That is, Harry.
Right. Ian says, are you going to Parliament Square, London for the NUFC protest?
No.
I don't get
want to, but I can't.
No.
To be honest, I was tempted.
The question is, how many people is going to turn up, though, Paul?
I think there's a few. There's a few buses or busloads already full up. So I think there's a few going.
You're talking about a couple of thousand, maybe? So,
well, hey, a couple of thousand is better than nothing. You know what I mean? Our voices need to be heard, and this new group that started up, this transparent group. I really do support them because I think, the more fans get onto people, and the more it gets in the news and things like that, the more it comes to people's attention. And I think it can only be a good thing for me. So, but again, we just have to wait and see.
Well, as well, quickly. I'm going to say that I heard people saying that the government must get involved. Boris must get involved in this sort of thing. Surely, if they can get involved for the ESL, European Super League, stop that. Why can it not help us?
Well, I know. I mean, Boris has already called him a cartel, so we pretty much know where Boris lies, but he probably hasn't a clue what he's fucking talking about, to be honest. Thomas says it was so hot, it was like Joe Linton and Bruce having sex together.
Oh,
why would you say that? Judy says, I ain't gonna lie, Chippers, if it's a choice between watching a live stream and riding 12 inches of bliss for an hour, I'll log off YouTube and log on to a love log. Dear God almighty.
Chippers on the question then,
Judy, anytime. Yeah. He'd be crying now. Beats says, Joe Linton wants his watch back after he gave you a perfunctory pumping with his fist.
Oh,
dear God. That's a big name for a
Are
Monday.
you
That's
ticking,
a big
John?
word for Monday night. I am ready for you, baby, says Chippers.
Oh, Jesus.
Mike Sack says, will you be doing Premier League predictions? Yes, we will. Closer to, obviously, the kickoff of the season. We'll be doing one on here, definitely, with the four of us. Andrew says, is Graham Jones going back to NUFC or staying at English?
He'll be back.
Of course, he's coming back to Newcastle. He's got a contract just for the Euros, hasn't he?
Yeah.
We've loaned him out, and that's it.
Did you see that Mackham that tweeted out about, have you ever seen a Geordie in Rome? And he got absolutely nailed for it, because, the fact that we've played there, Gaz has played there, Graham Jones has been there with England. So what an absolute monumental bell end he looked like. Unbelievable. Layla said, I stayed up all night and tried to figure out where the sun was. Then it dawned on me. Keith says it is definitely coming home.
Confident,
Keith's
like
confident as well. Layla says, what's the difference between an oral thermometer and a rectal thermometer? The taste.
Oh, there's that one. Yeah.
Oh, God. Why don't blind people skydive? Because it scares their dogs.
Dogs.
Oh,
I like that one.
Oh, dear me. Right, I've seen that one. Andrew says, John, no, Denmark. Listen,
Denmark are going to win.
Denmark are playing very well at the minute, but I just don't think. I think England's confidence is sky high now, and I think we've got the players to beat Denmark. I'm very, very confident of this semi-final. I know it's England, and they've let us down in so many previous semi-finals. But listen, I think if we don't beat Denmark, serious questions need to be asked. Although, to be honest, if we lost to Denmark, then I'd be happy for them to go on and win the tournament, given what they've been through at the start. Did anybody see that photo of Christian Eriksen yesterday?
No, I didn't know.
Back home with his little lad.
oh yeah.
How is he?
Looking really healthy, which was absolutely fantastic to see. Geordie says, I think England will be good enough to beat either Italy or Spain, so I'm not fussed who makes the final. 60k at Wembley will be a huge advantage and will give England a huge boost. Yeah, but you've got to remember that Italy will have a lot of fans there, like adopted ones like John Sinclair, so they will have plenty of fans there, don't worry. And a quarter of them are probably English, like Sinclair. Pete says, John Joe Linton wants to take you up the Eiffel Tower so he can feed you his foot-long baguette. Oh God. Thomas says, I
just waiting for his camembert to come out, any.
Oh no. Oh. I thought, Baz, you've been quiet tonight. And there he goes. There he goes. Thomas says, I do love a pizza because I am a very special Italian recipe with some cumbables and condoms and Joe Linton diarrhea with cream and a cherry on top.
Oh, no.
Thomas, you're getting
I think he's getting badly influenced from certain people on this show. I really do.
He was that excited about this show starting again. He actually commented on one of my shows. I can't wait for Monday. You cheeky bastard.
Yeah, he did. A lot of people do, mate. A lot of people look forward to Monday night now, especially now we're back on. Judy says John's Italian. He calls his penis Super Mario because it goes up pipes and smacks into turtle heads. Oh my God, that is a classic. That is an absolute classic. Oh, Jesus Christ, Judy, absolutely superb. Keith says, what does the D stand for in PD Proudlock?
It's my middle name.
David.
Yes.
Oh, wow, what a guess.
Oh, that was easy.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, it could have been Derek or Dildo. Or I don't know. I think you told me it was David before. That's why I kind of... What did you say there?
Peter Dick Proudlock.
Oh, there's no need. There's no need.
It's too easy, though, isn't it? I don't know. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Ollie, good evening. Those who slag Southgate baffle me. Yes, not the most attractive football at times, but World Cup semi-final, Nations League semi-final, and now this semi-final. As I've said before, Paul, it's coming home. But that's the thing that Southgate needs to eradicate is the semi. That sounded wrong, but you know what I mean. Boom, boom. Keep your gob shut, Baz. Andy says, John, you don't need a green screen, man. Just get a big drain like Pete. There's always a comment about your drain, Peter.
It looks more like a tire mark in the mud.
Yeah. Anyway, you said you were going to look for a new background, didn't you? Yeah. You've only had 5 weeks, mate.
Who was that?
You.
You stated on the last. You said on the last Horsemen show, "Oh, I'm going to find a new background for next show," because you were getting a bit fed up with the hammer you were getting about your drain.
It's fine, man.
Anyone watching the Lions? I'm not into rugby
not
myself.
bothered.
No.
Eggs.
Layla says, I told my friend 10 jokes to make him laugh. Sadly, no pun intended.
God.
No. What did the duck say when it bought some lipstick? Put it on my bill. I think Layla's just reading the internet tonight, isn't she? She's just sort of going on for all the dad jokes she can possibly find. Lee says, John, does your date know that you have to use WD-40 for your pepperoni?
Oh, yes. I love it.
Jackie Boy 96. John likes being pegged by his new missus. Oh,
Jesus.
God.
Oh, Thomas says, guys, where are the Love Island jokes? Listen,
No, Love Island. No.
Listen. Right, I'm in a very brittle position at the minute. Right, I don't want no Love Island crap coming at me. Right, as I've said before, take the piss out of the other three. No problem at all tonight. That's what they're here for, to act as a shield for me. So get on with it. Sorry, lads. Hashtag get tattoos, says Thomas.
No.
Baz, you know, if we ever come down to York and get you absolutely hammered, we are taking you for a tattoo, and you'll not know a thing about it. Not until you wake up and see Joe Linton's face on your body.
This milky body will not have any ink on it.
No, it'd be funny if we got a tattoo of John Sinclair's face on Baz's butt cheek. Now that would be impressive. Billy says, I have that famous Welsh railway station tattooed on my knob. Fucking real.
No, man.
Dear God. Judy says, loser has to get a Joe Linton tattoo.
Oh,
no.
And then Chipper says, even worse, a Steve Bruce tattoo.
Oh, God.
God, you'd need plenty of room for that, wouldn't you? Layla says, I couldn't believe the highway department called my dad a thief, but when I got home, the signs were all there.
Oh, Jesus
Christ. Beach
says, too much Peter Kay here.
Yeah. Beach says, John, you two-timing minx, breaking the heart of your beloved Joe Linton. How could you? His performances in the coming season are going to be far worse than last season, especially if he's not getting his leg. Layla says, why did the Cowboy...
John?
Well, yeah. I mean, I just can't wait till he introduces her on the Horsemen show. You know, just brings her on camera for a couple of minutes. Yeah. I'm sure she'd bin you literally immediately, John, if she finds out what you get up to in your spare time. Why did the Cowboy get a wiener dog? He wanted to get a long little doggy.
Oh,
wow. Thomas says a Cleveland Steamer tattoo. Oh. Can you imagine that? Oh, no. Thomas says John drinking Joe Linton pill.
Oh, man.
I'm getting worried about Thomas. I think he's been influenced, clearly. Layla says, can a kangaroo jump higher than the Empire State Building? Of course, the Empire State Building can't jump. Wow. Rob, the loser gets a choice of tattoo, Kevin Phillips or a donkey with Riviere's head. Oh, dear me. Oh, Archer's in the house. I believe Southgate is currently doing a skydiving tomorrow, which he will come on the Denmark manager ready for an Italian wash and blow in the final. Kobe says, why are you wearing a cap?
Felt like it.
Well, let's just say I've got sore eyes, put it that way. Joshua says, if you're a Newcastle and you like Joe Linton, you're on crack. Yeah. John's been on crack for a long time, quite clearly.
I think even if you're a Newcastle fan, but he's missed out a few words.
Yeah, definitely. Thomas says, lads, thought on fans allowed all back to St James's Park from July the 19th. Yeah, certainly looks that way.
Can't wait.
I know. I'm kind of wait to go back, but again, trying to go on that website, getting me ticket back is just, you get the same boring response every single time. Even though the government have announced 19th of July, it's still not there. They need to really get their arse into gear. Kraft can go, says Tony.
Yep.
Yes, please.
Never rated him.
James says, John, my local pub side have just announced a new manager. Would you be willing to do a stream if you can fit it into your schedule this week?
Tuesday won't be. Wednesday, I'm with you guys. Thursday with someone. You never know.
Thursday with someone. What's that? Is that the date?
No, Thursday. I've got maybe do one on Thursday. I'm not sure yet.
Ah, right. It's difficult for me now because I've got to put all the lights and green screen that up in my bloody living room. So but it's quite spacious in here now.
What are you talking about?
Well, yeah. Damn. Forgot about that. I've given away my secret now. Judy says John's going to take Joe Linton for a Turkish bath. You basically stand in front of the Italians, starting 11, and they pee all over you.
Oh.
Dear God. Chipper says John is doing a live stream on the Burkina Faso Premier League tonight. Leila says I googled Rorschach test, but for some reason all that came up were pictures of my parents fighting. Oh dear. James says Patrick Vieira will take Palace. Toon. I'm not optimistic at all as a neutral. Well, I don't particularly care what happens with Crystal Palace. Yes, sir, I can.
We do, because we need 3 teams lower than us again next season. If we don't get this
I know that.
remember, so come on.
Yeah, but Baz, really, if we don't get a takeover, can you actually see that happening?
Who's come up again?
Norwich. They're signing players. Brentford. Yeah. They're a very. I think they'll do all right next season. And who's the other one?
Norwich, Brentford, and West Brom.
Was it? No, West Brom went down, Baz.
No, it went down to that. I can't even remember. It's been that long.
Brentford came up through the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Norwich won the league. So who the hell was
Watford?
Second? Watford, man.
Watford, second. Watford.
Dear God, it's been that long. It seems like an eternity ago, doesn't it? Andrew says, me and Billy are cool. Good. Warren says, evening, lads. Hope you're all well. It's been a while. Been a busy few weeks. Are you looking forward to the semis? # it's coming home. John's always looking forward to the semis. Don't worry.
Yeah, Jesus, man, I can't read all that.
I'm not asking you to.
No, but Harry is.
James says, are you planning on watching the Olympics? I know John will be doing content on his channel. You know what? The Olympics...
Hang on a minute. I'm going to do every single sport.
Well, you normally do, John. People are picking up on that now. I'm not interested in the Olympics this year. I just haven't... and it's in Japan, so the time difference is going to be weird. So is anybody really sort of got the Olympics in the sights, or is it just sort of one of them things that's passing us by?
Time difference.
Yeah.
I love a track and field. It'll be too late first, man.
Baz, what's going on?
Do you want to hear a long joke?
Oh God, if we must.
From Harry.
Go on then.
Yeah, I think you might have heard it before, to be fair. One day, little Johnny saw his grandpa smoking his cigarettes. Little Johnny asked, Grandpa, can I smoke some of your cigarettes? His grandpa replied, can your penis reach your arsehole? No, said the little Johnny. His grandpa replied, then no, you're not old enough. The next day, little Johnny saw his grandpa drinking beer. He asked, Grandpa, can I drink some of your beer? His grandpa replied, can your penis reach your arsehole? No, said little Johnny. Then you're not old enough, his grandpa replied. Next day, little Johnny was eating some cookies. His grandpa asked, can I have some of your cookies? Little Johnny replied, can your penis touch your arsehole? His grandpa replied, it most certainly can. Little Johnny said, go and fuck yourself then.
Oh, God almighty, flaming hell, man. Jesus Christ. Oh, God almighty. Judy says, PD farted after a good pumping from Kraft. A passerby said, look, mummy, that man's giving birth to a jellyfish.
Oh.
Oh, dear me. Andrew says, would you take Joachim Löw as manager? Absolutely not. Not a chance in hell. Because I'm sorry, I do not want to see that man in the bloody dugout doing what he does. And I've missed some comments off, guys, because there's been that many coming, so I do apologise if I've missed anybody off. It's took loads away again. Geordie says, stay strong, Paul. Sorry to hear about what had happened. Hope tonight's show puts a smile on your face. It has so far, without a doubt. Chipper says, miss you to Judy. Oh, God.
Oh, my word.
Honestly, Chippers, man, you've just lost your virginity tonight, man. Calm down.
I know, it's terrible. He's a desperate man. Very, very desperate tonight.
He's on heat.
Two cows are grazing in a field. One cow says to the other, you ever worry about that mad cow disease? The other cow says, why would I care? I'm a helicopter. Why is everybody saying take care? She better not be going. No, Judy, you need to stay. I told my physical therapist that I broke my arm in 2 places. He told me to stop going to those places.
Tommy, good old Tommy Cooper. Tommy Cooper.
Yeah. Senshi, good evening. Newcastle United, Antoine Griezmann signs Kylian Mbappe for the Toon with Usman Dembele on plane. We saw that. Andrew says, what's her ass like, John?
Oh, God.
He hasn't invaded it yet. He doesn't know.
Oh, man.
No. That's shocking, Baz, man. Are you
I can imagine John using 2 hands just trying to...
John, are you with us?
Yeah.
Are you planning on invading?
He's frozen in a horrible position.
You know, when he gets a chance, he's going to invade it like the Vikings, isn't he?
Always.
John, are you too busy tweeting again?
No.
Yeah, my arse. Thomas says, guys, anyone going to Judy and Chipper's wedding?
More like Chipper's funeral.
Yeah, exactly. Layla says, what did the swordfish say to the marlin? You're looking sharp. Steve Bruce is joining us, fellas. Any of you see John's face light up when Paul said loaded HQ? Johnny's not on about your bedroom when Joe Linton pops around on a weekly basis. Rob says, accidentally walked in on John and Joe Linton doing a Kentucky Klondike bar. My eyes will never be the same again. Senshi said, should be great you horses for any takeover party. There'll be parties. There'll be parties. Dave says the loaded horsemen will be awesome. Yep. Daz says, love you, Paul, mate. Looking forward to meeting the lads soon. You certainly will. And it's going to be a blast, that show. Chipper says, I see I have 2 semis on Wednesday, one in my pants and one on the telly.
Jesus
Christ.
Chippers. Layla says, how do you make holy water? You boil the hell out of it.
I like that
one. Thomas, good evening. Hi, guys. Great show. I'm glad we got Rafa rather than Nuno. I feel I have to say amen when someone mentions his name. Good luck to Rafa at Everton. At least finally now, it's put to bed from a Newcastle point of view, because I was getting sick of everybody wanting Rafa back. To be honest, I wouldn't have complained had Rafa come back, but I genuinely want a younger, hungry manager just to take us forward. Now he's been and gone. You know what I mean? It's time to move on anyway. Just my thoughts. I know, Barry, you love the man, so I mean, you've got different opinions.
Yeah.
And not just that. I just think you can go for a younger, more ambitious manager, but if you went back with Rafa, he's stable. He was the right person to start a project. Then once he's had his 3-4 years, hopefully being successful, you then look for that younger, hungrier manager. I just think that was the way to go with it. But we need the takeover first, so all this is irrelevant, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Layla says 2 windmills are standing in a wind farm. One asks, what's your favorite kind of music? The other says, I'm a big metal fan. Davey Wonder, level 7 Dave. Paul has Parkinson's and he still gets trolled, and I think trolls need to get a grip of that life. Well, it wasn't actually that they were trolling me about this time, so it was just an awful comment.
Can I say one thing to Dave? I was watching Pete's watch along on the football.
Did you have
Dave? But Dave has got the Ricky Gervais pause when he's lying on his side. Sit up, mate. Sit up.
Honestly, like the watch along I was on when he went through like the Walls factory just in like 90 minutes of football. I mean, he started on bloody lollies or whatever it was. He went on to ice creams, Cadbury's Flake. Tub of ice cream, which I've never seen anyone devour with a spade like he did. And then he went on to Knobbly Bobblies, then he went on to Jaffa Cake. I couldn't believe what he was putting down his throat. And then he walks about in his pants. I mean, people don't want to see that shit.
Well, it was his shorts. I don't think it was his pants.
They looked like pants. They were tight. You know, and like he just parades around, and it's like he's got a little freezer in the corner of his frigging bedroom, full of lollies and stuff. And then it was like watching someone, you know, it was like watching one of them late night programs on Sky where they're lying on the bed with their phones and they're doing like humping movements and all that. And
it was Babe Station. That's what it reminded me of.
No, I thought you might know what it's called.
We've all had our moments when we were single.
Jesus Christ. Senshi says maybe they have to wait for a new owner that's not keen on Fun 88. Well, Fun 88 are going to be the sponsors, I think. I thought they'd ended it last season. I was pretty sure. Obviously not. Thomas says John has 2 shadows. He does. There's one either side of him.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's like the 3 degrees. I don't think he's worked out how to space that light out yet, has he? Never mind. I think
he's looking at actually see him. We've got to applaud him for that.
Yeah, well, I know that. He obviously hasn't got his Oil of Ulay deal tonight because he's got a cap on. So, you know that. Oh, didn't it, John? Man, you're blinding us now.
John, put your hood up. John, take your cap off. Put your hood up. John's cocking a condom.
Can you imagine if that black jumper that he's got had a hood on it? Oh my God. Yeah. That would be even worse. His ribbed
one
jumper
would be really good as well.
His ribbed jumper.
I
haven't seen that for a while.
You're lucky I didn't have a drink there. You're lucky I had me drink there. Oh, God.
Damn, I should have waited a little bit longer.
Shocking. Geordie says ASM will be running down the wing in a Sports Direct carrier bag at this rate. Yeah, I know.
I've seen him doing.
He's ready to go, isn't he? He looks well and truly
up for this gym rather than the bloody club's gym. That's how bad we are.
Andrew says, I agree with you, Paul, about Toon not going for Rafa going to Everton. They do need to move forward. Who would you guys realistically take except Stevie G? Well, no, I'd take Stevie G, quite honestly. I think
he would come with a takeover. Yeah, you'd be a good one, wouldn't
you? But I think he'll run out. He'll get fed up of being at Rangers, just twatting Celtic every week. You know what I mean? It'll get a bit boring from after a while. You know what I mean? Sorry, John.
I've told you his plan. He'll literally stay at Rangers this season, get Champions League experience.
John's not.
Has he got a new?
John's not even listening, man.
Oh yeah.
We're slagging his beloved Celtic off, and he's just staring at the camera.
I'm just.
Have you seen what's over his shoulder there?
To be honest with you,
have you seen the size of that dildo right over John's shoulder?
Oh!
What do you mean? That's Joe Linton's cock hanging over the couch.
Listen. Go back to Stevie G, right? I mean, I think he's going to face a big challenge. This is my opinion, right? This manager for Celtic, Postecoglou, whoever his name is, right? I think he's going to do some good stuff this season. He plays football the right way. It's going to be a high pressing game. I think it's going to be a close competition this season. I really do. I think Celtic's going to regain that title.
You hope?
Not hoping. I think they do it. And I put a bet on if you want, they will regain that title.
Right. Well, if Celtic don't win the title, you have to get a Steve Bruce tattoo.
Or Joe Linton tattoo.
I tell you what, I make a donation, right, for the food bank in Newcastle. How about that?
No, quite frankly, you're getting the Steve Bruce tattoo on your ass.
No,
yes. No. John, you've got to now. You know, there's so many people watching this. You can't let the fans down.
I think so to win it. We'll gain that title back next season.
Yeah,
they put it wrong to right. Do you agree or do you agree?
No, I don't. Anyway, Billy says John used to go out with twins. Joe Linton said, "How could you tell them apart?" John said, "Cindy is blonde and busy, and Leslie has a tash." Andrew says, also, John, you know anything about the Hoops new manager? Well, he knows a few things about Hoops.
I don't know. I'm not doing a lot of him, but
that joke just went over everybody's head there. I mean, Baz gave a little chuckle, but I thought that was quite quick for me. Like,
I think he's going to shock a lot of people in the SPL this season. The players will know now that they can't afford to slack on this manager. I think he's gotten well drilled this season. And like I said, we're going to claim the title.
Fair enough. Thomas says, any players leaving the club, lads? We haven't a clue. Nobody knows what the hell's going on.
No one knows.
Only three ones
for Andy Carroll, couldn't it? So,
well, I mean, apparently Andy Carroll went, and now he's been offered a new contract, and
yeah, exactly.
I mean, Gel.
John, what if Joe Linton goes? Are we going to have like a sort of online funeral for him?
Well, let's put it this way, right? I mean, I've said this for many. I said it from day one. He's just not good enough. I know you love to wind us up, and I enjoyed it. I love the band. You know that, right?
Winds you up? Who winds you up about Joe Linton?
He ain't good enough for Newcastle. He's not.
No, he's not.
He hasn't scored.
How much is he worth, John?
Oh, don't do this.
No. Let's say he's not good enough. Just get what we can for him and move on. Get someone who's going to get us scores, going to get us double figures. This player has not scored double figures all his life.
Round of applause, John Sinclair, everybody. Anyway,
he got double figures in the German Bundesliga in the season we signed him. He got 11.
I'm not sure. Chipper says, is John watching Joe Linton strip in the corner, his eyes changing and looking elsewhere? Yeah, I'm pleased everybody else has noticed how much attention John doesn't pay when he's on this show. Honestly, he's got the attention span of a dead rat. Andrew says, bit worried he got a decent career. Layla says, did you hear about the guy whose whole left side was cut off? He's all right now. 80s Gamer, good evening, hope you're well. It's all over Sky Sports now, mate. Great interview from Amanda Stavely.
I think they're putting pressure on the Premier League now.
Oh, of course they are. That's they're coming out. Yeah, they're coming out in full force now. It's tremendous. And Barry, it turns out that we found out tonight that Barry is in love with Amanda Stavely. Geordie says the takeover is not only about NUFC, but it was to go through. It would have a huge impact on the region as a whole. Damn right it would. Possibly. I mean, the money they want to plow into the region. I better not talk about plowing. John's on the stream. Tom says we hate the trolls. Damn right we do. Archer says Southgate will be on the touchline on Wednesday with his hands in his pocket, stroking his semi at Wembley. I don't mind him doing that, Archer, as long as he doesn't sort of, scratch and whatever else he does. Layla says, what do you call a bee that can't make up its mind? A maybe.
Oh.
Billy says, with the shadows behind John, I thought I was watching a Boys to Men video.
Sorry, Billy.
So we've come to the end. Oh, dear me.
Going back in the year as well, mate. No good, mate. No good.
Really? Okay, John. Thoughts on us signing 3 young lads? Yeah, I mean, it's good that the academy's getting some players in, I guess, but at the minute, we need the first team sorting.
We need first team players, ready-made players at the club. Yeah. That's what we need.
The thing is, though, they've signed these 3 young lads from top teams. If they're not good enough for those teams, why are they good enough for us?
Exactly.
Well, yeah, I know.
Why have they been let go?
Tom said Bristol City are going down. Billy says, John, tell Joe Linton we can see him behind your sofa because his schlong is hanging over it. Tony says, this is why the Premier League are fighting tooth and nail for the anti-competition court case to be binned, because that won't be held in private. That's a good point. Yeah. All their dirty washing is going to come out. Layla says here about the new restaurant called Karma. There's no menu. You get what you deserve. Thomas says, I want to punch the Premier League clowns. Andrew says, what's your thoughts on Bojo with the COVID release on the 19th? We're getting into politics now, are we? I'm just happy it's all over me. People know my feelings on it.
Looking forward to get back to the stadium.
Yeah, definitely. Geordie says, hopefully Cameron Ferguson.
Holidays as well. Do anything about the holidays as well? Is it still safe to fly out? I seem not mentioned that.
Don't know what's going to happen with that. Obviously, the other countries, there's still going to be a green and red list and all of that, undoubtedly. So I guess we just have to wait and see what happens with that. Hopefully, Cameron Ferguson can be half the player his dad was. Yeah, he's signed for Newcastle, hasn't he? Which is really good.
Which is a weird one.
Ian says the home strip is out on Friday.
Won't be buying it anyway.
Well, I wouldn't think it'd be on sale. I think it just means released to the public to see it. Why not just all the strips at once? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, now we're getting hang on. There's one more comment, then we're getting into the iPhone Samsung debate, which should be interesting.
iPhone.
That was a nice ooh, Barry. Is that your is that your sexual voice? I think Barry could do one of them channels now, couldn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Hi. Tangy Vid says John Sinclair was watching Wimbledon with his new lass. She said to John, I will provide the strawberries if you supply the cream. Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, dear God. That'll be quite a lot of cream
now, lads.
You can just imagine it now, can't you? It's just like I'm holding on to yours long, John, and it feels like a racket handle.
Oh, God. Dave says iPhone 12 all day. Okay.
Yep, I agree.
Tony says Samsung. Rob says Samsung. Paul, good evening to you. Nearly missed this tonight. Thankfully, the missus reminded me just in time. She was watching Love Island, so I have no idea why she'd think of Paul. There you go. There you go. The first one of the night. Yano says, get the Pixel. I've had the Pixel. I did actually give the Pixel 4 Pixel 4a to my son. It's now sitting beside me with a very, very smashed screen. So if anyone knows how to fix Pixel phones, screens, and can give a decent discount, you'll get a sponsorship shout out on this channel. Thomas says, get both. Wow. I mean, yeah, that's quite a bit of money.
Drug dealers have two phones, nobody else.
Yeah. I don't have a
That's how we
burner.
spot them.
Yeah, I don't want to burn a phone. Leila says, is it ignorance or apathy that's destroying the world today? I don't know, and I really don't care.
Oh,
Thomas says, I think I might go to the protest. Get yourself there, Thomas. I was wondering why the ball was getting bigger, then it hit me.
oh my.
Billy says, I've donated a seat on the bus. Can't go myself, but happy to have someone representing me and us. Nice one, Billy. Quite a few people have actually done that. Donated, paid for a seat on the bus for someone else to go. Those people that actually can't go. So it's quite generous. It's very generous, actually. So well done, Billy. By the way, if you're enjoying the show tonight, guys, please do smash the like button. I'd love to see as many likes as possible on here tonight to cheer me up. And also, if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. My subscriptions have really taken off in the last couple of weeks, so thank you very much for that. Well over 2,300 now and heading onwards. I think I've had about 100 subscriptions in the last 28 days, so it's heading in the right way. And please go and support the other lads on their channels as well. All the descriptions are below in the comments, so go and subscribe to them as well. Peter, plenty on his channel, watch-alongs for England, which is a good laugh. I couldn't get on the one on Saturday for obvious reasons, but I still watched it. It was a good laugh. And
telling Shaggy to come.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, Peter, can I just say, what was the matter with him? I mean, I love the guy. I love Sharky to death, but my God, I mean, either he'd had one too many ciders, dark fruits that night, because he was just so, like, honestly, if Victor Meldrew was sitting next to him, I wouldn't have been surprised. He didn't shut up either. That's why people were commenting saying, "Oh, he's getting paid by the word." You know what I mean? He had, and then I went on to Facebook after the game, and he put a lovely comment about England winning. And I thought, "What the hell?" He's brilliant, man. Absolutely brilliant. And obviously Barry's channel as well. Loads of stuff on there. Channel 69 News, which is a fantastic show he's got going there with. Billy's on there and Dave's on there and a very, very fit yoga teacher's on there doing the weather. So it's going to take off. It's a really good show. I was going to be on there, but I just unfortunately didn't have the time, and I certainly haven't at the minute. But it's going to be great. It's taken off, and I do hope I'll be on there one day doing the Formula One stuff, because I do love that. But so yeah, Barry's channel's got all that on, and as you know, John Sinclair just does If you want to know how the Tokyo Premier League's getting on, or the second division. Oh my goodness! What the hell is that?
It's John's Colgate advert.
Oh, get in! Hey!
Part of his
There
channel.
it is. There it is. Fantastic. Fantastic.
Well done, Vaza. Well done.
And guys, just to let you know that obviously super chats are available if you want to donate to the channel and help with the running costs and stuff. That would be very generous of you, but obviously that's your choice. Lee says, Mandy gone public saying she'll never give up. The pressure is building on the Premier League. We love Mandy.
Yes, she basically said we're never going to give up. We're never going to stop fighting, and that's what we want to hear with a takeover that's taken 18 months.
Never going to give you up. Never going to let you down. Never going to run around and desert you. Why did Rick Astley just come into my mind there, Baz? Honestly, never mind. Senshi says a nice anema for the APL like UEFA had putting Seb Blatter out. Yeah, exactly. Happy Feet, good evening. Still no kits transfers or takeover, telling us nothing. Well, apparently the home kit's announced on Friday, so we'll keep an eye out for that. Out and about with Rob, is John going to smash his lass's pasty? She doesn't watch this show, does she, John?
No.
Okay. Level 7 Dave Samson. Dave probably doesn't use a Samsung. He probably uses a Nokia 3210 from like 1998, but he just didn't fucking see it. You know what I mean? Billy says Boris was all for the ESL until it became apparent how unpopular it was. A politician changing his mind on something? Never. Senshi says Samsungs are a nice phone. Listen, the S21 Ultra is a very, very good phone, I have to say. It is a beautiful screen. It is fantastic. But the only problem is all my family use iPhones. And, I've obviously got a MacBook Pro. So when it comes to, I love the AirDrop service you get on there. I can send a picture from my phone straight to my MacBook or vice versa. I tried phone sex once, but the holes were too small. Oh, God almighty. Nah.
I've heard that before.
That's terrible. Tom says, Johnny, you looking forward to tomorrow night's game? Who do you fancy, Italy or Spain? Well, come on. You're asking John Sinclair who fancies Italy or Spain?
I'm backing it. I think Italy will win as well. I
do.
I think
I'm not that impressed with Spain.
I think Spain have rolled their luck at times in this tournament.
Yeah, how Morata gets a game, I'll never freaking know, mate. Honestly, I just think he's one of the worst international players I've seen in a long time.
Took his goal well.
He
scores the odd good goal, and then he just disappears for 5 or 6 games again.
It was just Switzerland's penalties were just awful, and
and
that was not a red card as well. Never.
No.
2-footed. Some
of the red cards have been a bit weird. Lisa's Gaza played for Lazio. What a monumental bellend he was from the Love Supreme. Yeah, he was. Yes, monumental bellend is back. It's coming home. Hashtag MBE. Thomas says, what is John looking at? Everybody's wanting to know what you are looking at. John, either you're not in control of your own eyes or something's seriously wrong here.
My phone's here. Turned over.
Joe Litton's behind the monitor, isn't he? Just giving him some teasers.
Yeah.
Joe Litton's hammering himself off and then blowing the cum bubbles at him, and that's what he's experiencing. Lee says, Paul, are you and Jade going to do a preview for the England match? If so, when would it be? I'm going to try and do what I think I'll try and do one tomorrow night. Obviously, I know. I missed the last one, but I couldn't do the Saturday night one. No way. My head was up my arse. It still is really, but I'll try. Senshi says a brave young lad. Who?
Good point. Okay.
Actually, he could be talking about me, brave young. Stress the word young lad. I know. I'm only 28. And these guys are all so much older than me. Layla says, how do you make holy water? I've seen that one, Layla. Gary says, what do you call men having nasal sex? Fuck knows.
Oh.
Connor says England will win. Henderson changed the game on Saturday. Henderson changed the game.
The game was in the
bag. The game was over.
You only came on Henderson on.
We're only saving the guys who were on yellow cards.
Yeah. The game was double, but 2 or 3 up because Ukraine were that terrible.
Yeah, Connor, you've had a mare there, son. You've had a mare.
Did you see the bench on the game? As soon as that third goal went in, one of the assistant managers on the bench at Southgate went, right, get them off. That was his first thought straight away, right? Come on, get them off.
It was the right move. I really did agree with Southgate's substitutions on Saturday. He got them spot on. And credit, I hammered Declan Rice and things like that about playing defensive midfielders, but I think Declan Rice and Phillips have been absolutely fantastic for us.
I wasn't a fan of the partnership at first, but
and Phillips is going to go. He's going to go high in football, isn't he? He's going to end up at a top club. Please don't come at me, Leeds fans. You know exactly what I mean. Man City, etc., coming in with big offers. It's going to be difficult for you to hold on to him.
Luke Shaw's impressed me the most.
Yeah, he's been brilliant. He's been excellent. Mind you, do you know what they were talking about on the radio today? There's not really one England player that you can say has been poor. There's been the odd mistake or the odd, Kyle Walker, for example, he's had a couple of iffy games, but then he's played well in others. There's not really a player that you can say has been poor the whole tournament. Harry Kane's took off. Had that volley gone in on Saturday, that was just tremendous.
That would have.
Now, Harry, he wouldn't have took that on in the first couple of games. You know what I mean? But his confidence thriving. But can I just say what a hell of a pass that was from Raheem Sterling for Kane's goal, first goal.
Pass.
The vision to see that was brilliant. And I've been so impressed with Sterling because he's took so much hammer. He's responded so well. And credit to him, because I think he's been England's best player of the tournament without a shadow of a doubt. Because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be where we are. Simple as that.
Exactly.
I remember having an argument with someone on Twitter after the group games. He said
you
dropped Sterling.
Barry, arguing with someone on Twitter?
Can you believe it? So I was like, how can you drop the only player who scored our goals? How can you drop him? Yes, he might not have had, brilliant 90 minutes, but he's been getting in the right place at the right time. His first goal was lucky and his second one was a tap-in. I was like, but he got into those positions, man.
Yes.
Other midfielders might not have. You've got to remember this. His first goal was brilliant from Calvin Phillips. It was a great pass.
It was.
And it was a tidy finish as well. No, it was a shit finish. He got lucky. I was like, oh, God, I'm signing off.
Do you know what? The ball went in the back of the net. It doesn't matter
exactly.
whether it was a great finish or a poor finish. It's in the net. Honestly, some people need to take the face for a shit. They really do. Paul says, have you been entertained by England, irrespective of the fact that we've done what necessary, but could you say it's been enjoyable? The group games for me, no, they weren't enjoyable.
Not really.
The Germany game was fantastic. I mean, we didn't really play well against Germany. To be fair, the football wasn't fantastic. But the fact that we beat the Germans, Muller missed a sitter. And, don't get me started on raising funds for that German little girl who was crying. Because if it was the other way around, if that was the other way around, the Germans would have hammered us for it, right? So do you think the Germans would have had a whip round for an English girl crying? No. Absolutely unbelievable. Layla says, if Joe Linton scores 30 goals next season, I will buy a diarrhea pizza with Joe Linton.
What? Oh, God.
Yeah.
Or you could just get a tattoo with Joe Linton on your ass.
That's very true. Senshi says, Lee Charnley is not King Kev for scouting. He thought Joe Linton was the next Ronaldo. Louis Nazario de Lima, whatever that is. Is that his full name? Or is that Ronaldo's full name? I don't know.
I think it's Ronaldo's full name, isn't it?
Thomas says, dessert is Joe Linton diarrhea cake.
Oh.
Thomas, you're getting worse. Chipper says, Bazza, have you sealed up your glory holes? Oh, brilliant. Josh says, when is fan forum? I'm desperately trying to do one, actually. I've obviously had to get settled in my house again and, put my head right and get sorted, because it's a lot of work to set the live streams up and stuff like that. So I'll probably definitely do one next week after the semi-finals. Actually, when is the final? It's Sunday, isn't it?
Yes.
Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll probably do one either late this week or next week after the Euros have finished. And then obviously I'm going to start the Newcastle United quiz for the next couple of weeks after that, which I hope all you guys are going to be coming on as well. Peter, John, and Baz.
What time's the kick-off tomorrow night? Italy, Spain, 8 o'clock, isn't it?
Yeah, they're both 8 o'clock. Yeah,
both 8 o'clocks.
But obviously, the Newcastle United quiz should be interesting to see how the Horsemen do in that. But it'll be running over a couple of weeks. I haven't even got the questions yet, to be honest. Beats says John's green screen is the best from the comfort of Joe Linton's dungeon. Honestly, John, this green, it's like an ongoing saga. John's green screen, isn't it? Nobody knows what it's going to make it.
I'll get it sorted out in a week.
Do you know how to use a green screen?
If I get an finish, I'll get an official work. I'll do it. Baz, go on.
John, just for me, you have to create a green screen that's a dungeon. But you've got to do it. You have to do it. You have to show up on the Horsemen with a dungeon behind you. That would be hilarious.
Oh, listen, I could probably get someone to do a background for him, actually, for his green screen with a sort of
all the tools 50, on the wall.
50 Shades of Grey dungeon with Joe Linton somewhere on the wall, handcuffed or something.
Oh man!
I'll try and sort that out because that would be tremendous. I wouldn't be able to stop laughing. Andrew says, I just read Rangers, Villa and Toon after Immobile. Is that true? Well, we've been after Immobile before.
He's got £40 million for it. But honestly, joking aside, I don't think ever leave Lazio. He signed a 5-year contract last season, and he's going to be he's captain of Lazio anyway.
Yeah, but John, the thing is, if we get a takeover and we offer money that they can't refuse, that
he'll not leave Lazio, mate. He'll not. I can understand what you're trying to say, to get a takeover, this and that sort of thing, but I just can't see him doing it.
That's wrong. That is so wrong on many levels. Oh my God. Richard Masters has joined us, guys. Richard Masters is in the chat. There's no way in hell I'm leaving my job. The big clubs pay me too much to keep you lot in your place. I wonder who creates these accounts. It's crazy. Leila says, John, book me a date with Joe Linton for a drink deal or no deal.
No deal.
Are you pimping Joe Linton out, John? Trolls, good evening. Sorry I'm late. You're welcome, just as long as you've joined. Andrew says, when is the pub crawl then, lads? Could do with some swally. We'll definitely get a horseman night out arranged when Baz can get his ass up, and obviously John as well. Unless John swans off to Italy, because if Italy win the Euros, John's, he's been putting pictures of different Italian cities on Twitter already, so he's raring to jet off. He's at the ready to go. Thomas, I saw Amanda Staveley on Sky. Happy Feet says these Euros are great. I bet every time Sterling scores, Southgate shoots his yellow cream all over. Good evening, Kendo. Hope you're well. Steve Bruce says, not wrong with a Brucey tattoo. There you go.
He would.
James says, John and Joe Linton having a Cleveland steamer has to be a dare for a tattoo design. Oh, can you imagine that? I don't think I'd put myself in for that competition. Hi, Trulls. Everyone's saying hello to Trulls. Leila says, did you hear about the mathematician who's afraid of negative numbers? He'll stop at nothing to avoid them. Ryan says, PD seems like the type to have his balls pee-hole pierced.
What?
No. I think that must be a heavy metal thing, Peter. Just...
typo, really.
Oh, no. I couldn't think of anything worse. Leila says, did you hear about... we've seen that one. Hey, Paul Bazard, John and PD, hope you're good. Tom says, John, bet you would be devastated if Joe Linton leaves Newcastle.
Not
he won't be. We will be.
Hey,
it ruins the show.
Yeah. I think that, to be fair, I think the Joe Linton jokes would continue, wouldn't they? I mean, it wouldn't be that, I think that, John's scarred for life with that ever since the day he said 15 million quid. He's never lived that down. Frank
I think they'll hit a new level if he left.
Exactly. Paul, don't worry about your sore eye. John will have a sore eye on Saturday. My eyes are well, I haven't slept very well, obviously, Frank. And if you don't know the story, check me Twitter out. But I haven't slept very well at all. It's been very emotional last few days for me. Layla says, Helvetica and Times New Roman walk into a bar. Get out of here, shouts the bartender. We don't serve your type, with Joe Linton causing pollution in the back with his feces.
Oh.
Oh, man. Paul says, if any of you guys are going to NUC versus Doncaster friendly, give me a shout and I'll buy you a beer. The York one, I was disappointed with the York one, mine, Baz. It turned around saying home fans only.
I know.
But how will they know that they're home fans?
You've got to use your membership number to buy a ticket. Season ticket membership number.
Should we all just get a membership to York City?
It's not that easy, mate.
Peter,
you actually do have a decent
following. York,
yeah, they do.
Chip has sent me this.
Oh,
this
God.
is John with Joe Linton on Christmas Day.
Oh, my God. Oh, dear God. Chippers, you are sick.
Yeah. Baz,
absolutely sick.
Baz.
Yes, John.
Is Steve Watson still managing York City? Is he still there?
Yes, he is. Yes, mate.
He seems to be doing a good job there, isn't he?
He is, yeah. Should have got them up, but because of COVID, he didn't.
Yeah, COVID knocked them down, didn't it? Happy Features Paul must be extremely sensitive to sunburn to have to wear a cap indoors. Even worse, it looks like you had to steal it from a car salesman. So you feel sorry for you, man. Cheeky bastard. Go and read me Twitter, Happy Feet. You'll find out why I'm wearing a cap, you twat.
No one's safe.
What?
No,
I've appealed to the good viewing public of this show tonight to leave me alone.
Hold on a minute. You kind of just contradicted yourself there. To the good viewing public. When have we ever had a good viewing public?
Right. Did you just see? All the viewers will have just heard Barry say that. The man deserves to be slated for that. He's slagging us all off. That's disgraceful, that, Barry. Absolutely terrible.
They all come from John's dungeon.
Well, that's... God almighty, Jesus. You shall watch this show or you shall be punished in ways you have never believed imaginable.
That's it.
We've already mentioned the new guys in the academy, Tom. We're happy they're there, but we need to concentrate on the first team. What's the best thing about Joe Linton, John?
Oh, man. Absolutely. Listen, to be fair,
smile.
We watched him. He did okay the last couple of games. Yeah, he's got a good penalty and slightly better, but we need goals, and he hasn't got enough. I mean,
very true.
I want a better striker. I want a good backup striker behind Callum in the summer. I ain't gonna get that.
No.
Right, here's one for you. Right, Takeover goes through.
Yeah.
Danny Ings has refused to sign a new long-term contract with Southampton.
He has, yeah.
He is the first person I would sign. Do you agree?
Without a doubt, yeah, 100%. Yep. You've all
forget his injury record, what he's done, but when he plays, he scores. His movement's great. He's got a good touch on him. He's got some good goals, and he's a finisher, and that's what we need.
I'm going to ring Amanda tomorrow.
You do that, Paul. You do that.
Chipper says, forget Wednesday. I'm already nursing a semi over Amanda.
Oh, God.
What's a semi-final? Just asking for our Scottish friends watching the show. Jesus Christ. Oh, man.
Poor
so
guys.
many comments. Layla says, as I wake up tomorrow, I need Joe Linton to clean my brush with his Joe Linton juice. Amanda Staveley talking about the girls from the Northeast.
Yeah, I've seen that. And she's absolutely right.
Oh, Barry.
They'll never give up, and Northeast lads will never give up, and she's right.
Yeah.
Come on, Pete. What are you
going
on,
Pete? Give him it. Give him it. Give him it.
This is you, Barry, slagging the viewing public off. What the hell?
Looks like Ed Sheeran when he was younger.
It looks like a cross between Barry and Ed Sheeran. It's not a very it's not a very entertaining sight. Layla says, would you take Todd Cantwell from Norwich? Yes.
100%. The sort of player I need in midfield. Tough in midfield, tackle, scores, and take him all day long. Yep. But the midfield we've got in a minute are not good enough. Hendrick, Shelby, sorry, get rid.
Don't forget about the players who do play in midfield, though. You know, you got Hayden coming back from injury. You've got Longstaff, who looks like he's coming back.
Yeah, I thought
Graham Jones is going to work with Longstaff, isn't he? He said he's going to take him to side and work with him and work on his movement and everything. So watch out for him next season.
Interesting.
And also,
Chippers, Chippers said this is him after he's had a WANK.
Oh God!
I would have thought that was him after he's losing his virginity. To be fair, it looks like he lost all.
Yeah,
of
woke up next morning and realised what he'd lost it to.
Well, there's no fluid in his body at all, is there?
Oh God! Keith says, "Pleased to see you all back. Mondays haven't been the same. Thanks, mate." W2F, is that a joke? I'm not sure what.
I think he's on about Barry's joke.
Oh, right. Brilliant. Oh, we're so far behind, to be fair. There's so many comments coming. It's unbelievable. It's fantastic, but it's incredible how many comments are coming. James says, imagine the chance from the Gallagher if Joachim Löw was our gaffer. Oh,
you wouldn't have him, Paul, wouldn't you? You wouldn't have him.
I'm sure somebody. I'm sure somebody could. To be honest, can you imagine every single match Newcastle play or highlights on the telly? You're going to get a scratch and sniff, aren't you? You know, every
definitely.
time. And I just don't like it. I don't like seeing it. It's sickening. Judy, he's still here. Paul said to Miggy, flick my banjo string like a hillbilly auditioning for Dire Straits. He said, don't worry, after I'm done with your back passage, you'll call me the Sultan of Sting. God, how many times am I going to be a sultan? Got to dash off for work. Sorry. Good night, Judy. Enjoy your work.
Thanks for joining us, as always.
Yeah. Thomas says, no, Judy, no, please don't leave us. Layla says, Joe Linton, give me a dairy and rainbow kiss. John replied, yes, for sure. I was laughing so hard. My wee smelled like Joe Linton's armpits.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Why did Mozart kill all of his chickens? When he asked them who was the best composer, they all replied, back, back, back.
Oh.
Bark, bark, bark. Okay. Chipper says, John just ask her the simple question. Does she swallow?
Oh, man.
Have you asked her that yet, John?
Nah.
To me, there's always a third option.
Connor says that F word is getting mentioned a lot tonight. There used to be a place called the Naughty Corner, but I still think it's a frisk. Hey, listen, any words go on here? Well, certain words. How much space will be freed in the EU after Brexit? Approximately 1 GB. Oh, dear God.
Oh, my word.
Layla's definitely looking through the old dad jokes on the net tonight. John, have you been using Durex Player Lube? Is a slight pleasure gel on your hair? I think Tom asks that question every single week, doesn't he? Just he does. He likes to keep up with John's, moisturising head. Chipper says John is watching Joe Linton strip on a different TV screen. McAllister Bishop says, "How are we doing, lads? What do you reckon to England's chances in the semis against Denmark? It's coming home. That's what it's doing."
Baz, this is you that Chipper said you need to, buddy. You need to go to Specsavers.
Oh, bloody hell!
Pretty good, but nothing you can do with that chin.
Oh dear God, and the gnashes as well.
Oh,
John, I see yours are glowing like the sun tonight as well. Again,
Colgate deal.
Plenty Colgate going.
Yeah, Colgate. I'll have to get some. I've got some Colgates upstairs, by the way. So yes, I do use them.
You can imagine this, can't you? Right? Literally, John and Joe Linton comes. Sorry, John's coming back from his third date with his missus, because always the third date, isn't it? Something's going to happen. Yeah. So John takes her upstairs, turns the lights out, and she goes, "Well, can you see where you're going?" I just need to smile, baby.
Oh God Almighty!
Yes.
Oh dear. Would you rather have Gerard or Rafa? Gerard.
Ooh, Rafa is proven.
Oh, listen. Are you Rafa's love child, Baz, or what?
Yes.
He's a great manager, but
he's gone to Everton. Move on, mate. Move on.
Baz,
to move on.
Just to let you know, Baz, you're a lot clearer now.
Come on.
It looks as if it's sorted. The problem has been sorted. Just in time for the last 15 minutes of the show. Ian says, would you guys be happy with the Toon forward line as it stands for next season? Obviously, John's very happy with Joe Linton, but we need strikers who can score goals, not for sex.
I'm very happy with Joe Linton. No, Joe. His name should have been Gorlinton.
Gorlinton. Question, lads. When the takeover does happen, what date do you reckon it will go? Look, you cannot put a date on it, Tom.
No, I've got a date on it, Tom.
No, I wouldn't even like
I'm sick of guessing now.
Speculate.
Well, not even guessing. Being told things.
It will happen. It has to happen. July. The fans will see the day, right? And the Premier League will have to open up and just say, look, do you know what? We give them what they want. Do you know what I mean? But if they got something to hide, why do you keep delaying things all the time?
Can I ask you a question, John? Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, man.
How many times do you say, do you know what I mean, every day?
No, I don't say that much. But when I get raw passion, it just comes suit. I
bet it does. Raw passion. We know what you're like for that.
I watched the takeover, man, and I'll tell you something now, right? I mean, the Premier League have to open up and just say, right, you know what? Give us what we want. Give them what they want. I say it's still going to be settled out of court somehow.
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of people have spoke about the out of court and thinking, it will get, the Premier League will back down eventually, so it goes to an out of court settlement. I just can't see that. The Premier League are delaying so much. What the hell?
But what I will say,
look at the teeth. Oh my God,
Colgate. But what about? I'll say this quickly, right? But if they keep delaying this, surely, like I said, arbitration's got to come in and say, look, enough's enough. You have plenty of time. Let's get the show on the road.
But that's not what arbitration are about, though, John. That's the problem. It's arbitration is just to decide, like we said before, if PIF are involved with the Saudi kingdom, if they're separate. That's all that arbitration's for. The other court case is for everything else. So, but if arbitration goes our way, then for me, the takeover goes through. You know what I mean? If they can prove that they're not the same people, then I think it goes through. Simple as that. Let's have a look. Happy Feet says, I'm sorry, but why does the thumbnail look like a barbecue full of the elderly?
Thumbnail. The start, your thumbnail for the show.
Yeah, there it is.
Superimposed head.
I think we look pretty good on there, lads.
I think mine
that's
works quite well.
A cool thumbnail. Cool.
I'm not sure about my height, but John looks pretty buff, and Baz definitely looks. He's got look at the tattoos on Baz, and Peter just looks like he's come out of some gay club somewhere. Oh dear. I love you, Pete. Troll says, hi Dave, hope you're good. Why are crabs so bad at sharing? Because they're all shellfish.
Oh man.
Wow. Chippers saying oh God, please no hungry eyes on Wednesday. Oh, that was hilarious. That was God. Was it actually his house that was playing Hungry Eyes in the background?
I think it was.
Oh God, it made it even worse, man. Honestly, he's lying on the bed, he's licking an ice cream, and then Hungry Eyes comes on. I was like, what am I watching? It's not a watch along. It's something that I shouldn't be watching. Layla says, what do you call malware on a Kindle? A bookworm? Why don't seagulls fly over the bay? Because then they'd be bagels.
Bagels, Jesus.
Oh, Buzzer, you're getting it again from Billy. Who knew? It says who knew Buzzer was royalty in a previous life. Oh God!
Brilliant! Oh God! Oh, dear.
I must have been somebody though. I'm in a posh suit. I must have been a king or something.
Yeah. Lee says Paul, PD, Barry, and E.T. That must have been when he put his hood up. Oh my God, E.T. Oh Jesus. Connor says, in my eyes, humping makes the new generation of families. Johnny, you watching Love Island?
Not for me. I'm not watching that.
Keith says, John, do you still use Colgate? Yeah, he's just admitted that.
Yeah.
Charles wants to see Simeone as manager.
That's my choice. I'll tell you what, he's my manager. If we get a takeover and
John,
he's my manager.
John, is he your guy?
He is definitely. This is honest. He is my guy. He is a proper manager. And I'll tell you something now. If we get a takeover and he gives us a choice of manager and he wants a new challenge, Diego Simeone is my manager.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing him.
Thomas
says, John, do you like eclairs? If you do, change your name to John Eclair. Connor says, yes, John has his Continental hat on to sponsor Joe Linton's new lube. Oh, God almighty. Looks more like a hustler. Layla says, why isn't there a Welsh league? If so, why are Newport, Wrexham, Swansea and Cardiff are in the English pyramid? Oh, that's a long conversation, that. Geordie says, hopefully the new Celtic... Oh, God. Superb.
Oh.
Guys,
that's the last one on my phone.
By the way, feel free to put these on Twitter and tag everybody in them. And not just the show, because they are fantastic. Jody says, hopefully the new Celtic gaffer does some great stuff and relegates Celtic.
Ain't gonna happen. They're winning the league next season.
Did you hear about the painter who was hospitalised? The doctors say it was due to too many strokes.
God.
Shevchenko is Toon manager. Don't think it would ever happen, but the guy is excitable on the touchline. Would love to see someone like that for the Toon. I like
done a good
Shevchenko,
job for Ukraine, to be fair.
He's done all right.
A very good job.
You know what?
To be fair, he's been in charge of them for what, 5 years now, 6 years?
Yeah, but what he has done is actually
superstars.
He's created a bit of calm within the squad, because there used to be a lot of unrest between sort of certain clubs in the Ukraine coming to play for the national sides, and it kicked off a few times. Happy Feet says, honestly, I think ASM is staying, even if he wants to leave. His contract still has years, and NUFC probably put it as 80 million or something ridiculous. At the end of the day, he signed it.
Yeah,
I haven't heard anything saying that he wants to go, so unless
he's just made it clear he doesn't think we should be in a relegation battle,
which is right.
One more year and he'll be gone if we don't have a takeover.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think before that, if it's about a takeover, I could be wrong.
It could be gone in January, to be fair, if it's gone that bad.
Well, if we need the bottom, I would imagine so. How do you make a tissue dance? Put a little boogie in it.
Oh, I've heard that before.
Archer says,
done that one.
Have we?
Sort of. I just saw skydiving Southgate.
Yeah, yeah. What do you call a cow with a twitch? Beef jerky?
Beef jerky.
Oh, God.
Paul, any good offers at Iceland? Sausage rolls a pound? Oh, dear. What kind of shoes does a spy wear? Sneakers.
Oh, my word.
Geordie says, John, how much is Joe Linton worth?
Move it along.
Chipper says, John, you said Joe Linton was good after his 1 yard tap in versus West Ham.
Did I? I never said he was good. I thought he had a good first half, but he drifted out in the second. We did a watch along together, didn't we? And we agreed to it.
Yeah, you're getting found out, John. Yanko, says Joe Linton is going nowhere.
Because he ain't good enough, and he's just not scoring enough goals. So that's why we've got a player who's £40 million, and not even the German clubs after him either.
Yeah.
But honestly, right, I spoke to, I don't know if you saw me videos a couple of weeks ago. I spoke to a German journalist, right? And he said the Bundesliga.
Nearly got you.
Oh, he's nearly done it me.
I've just had Pepsi come up my nose, man. Oh, that was pain. That was actually painful. God almighty.
Almost as painful as watching all of John's videos. I'm only joking, John. I'm just.
I was just saying, right? I know you've got the joking loaves as well, but listen, I spoke to German journalist before the German game on 2 weeks ago, and he he said about the German clubs, sort of, the top three would spend big money, but the others wouldn't spend that sort of money. And when he found out that we pay 40 million for Joe Linton, he could not believe his eyes. And he's a Dortmund fan. He couldn't believe his eyes.
Yeah.
He said he got mugged.
Billy says Joachim Löw's favourite singer is Wilson Pickett, apparently. Oh, God. Chip says, did a Joachim Löw once and sniff my fingers after rubbing my cock. Didn't know I still had cum crustaceans left on it.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
Chippers, that's awful.
Chippers.
Frankly, BJ should want the takeover to happen. It's investment coming to the north, and God knows how little they like to put in. The Saudis would give us money in an area that desperately needs it. Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. Would you take Max Aarons ahead of Jacob Murphy? No.
You wouldn't? You don't?
No, I wouldn't. Well, Max Aarons is a right back. He's not. He's
a
right back.
He's a right back. He's decent.
I don't think Murphy's going to play at right back next season. Good evening, Daniil.
Play over back four either, so he's not going to get a game.
Yeah. Daniil says Samson as well. Ooh. Steve says, what bus? Are we all going on a summer holiday? Loving the show tonight, says Tom. Thank you very much. Billy says, English girl at Wimbledon retired injured. Oh, never.
Oh, no.
I think she lost the first set 6-4, and then she was 3-0 down in the second set before I switched off.
Oh, such a shame. She's got a good future, though.
That's a typical English mentality, that, isn't it? She was 3-0 down the second set, so I turned it off.
Is Barry in the desert?
I don't know. The desert was green.
Taylor says, I've been trying to make a sarcastic club, but it's been really hard to tell if people are interested in joining or not. Charles, thank you for the super chat, mate. We really do appreciate that. Spot on, matey. What do you call a fake noodle? An impasta.
Oh,
right.
That's another one off the Shearer, Ian Wright.
My wife accused me the other day of being too immature. I told her there were no girls allowed in my fort.
Jesus. That's our friends.
Bazza, your green screen broke. I think you just turned it off.
I just turned it off.
Yeah. Billy, thank you for the super chat. In spite of Barry's horse. Horse?
What's he on about?
Oh, the horse you were talking about. Did you not back the horse today or something?
Yes, it came second.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
12-1. He should have got his money back if he backed it each way, but he didn't because he's one of those gamblers who doesn't back things each way if it's under 10-1. It was under 10-1 when he backed it. I was gutted.
Steve Bruce says, smashed my Samsung screen a while back and it's still working. Unlike, I take it means iPhones didn't last, so I'll stand by Samsung over iPhone.
It's got a decent screen protector. It's fine.
Well, actually, I think the iPhone 12s have got decent screens on this crystal thing. Happy Feet says, okay, Samsung is better battery life and less fragile when dropped.
I might go with the battery life, to be fair. I've had to charge mine twice today.
Is yours a Pro Max or just a normal?
Just a Pro. Didn't get the Max.
Yeah, the Pro's not as good as the Max on battery like. Rich the Sheffield Magpie, good evening, says Italy versus England final would be class.
It would be.
Yeah.
I would hate it, though. I'd be nervous as anything. To be fair, I'd be nervous for every single game.
John would love it.
But John would be conflicted.
He'd be very conflicted. I mean, how would he survive on a watch-along watching Italy against England? It'd be impossible for him to take part in a watch-along because his true colours would come out. You know what I mean? Right, we'll try and rattle through as much of these comments as we can before the end of the show. Connor says, be good if you four sang Have a Little Patience. That's if you look like Take That. Have a little patience. Steve Bruce said, Joe Linton told me today that he was going down to Bristol, so I think Joe Linton is tossing himself and John can't get enough of it. Will says, hiya, Paul. Hope you're all good, mate. All the best. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. William says, come on, Denmark. I think William is a Scotsman.
You would think so with that name, wouldn't you?
Yes.
It's the most Scottish name I've seen.
Exactly. Paul says, not sure what's happened as I missed the first 40 minutes, but I hope you're okay, Paul. I am getting there, matey. Thank you. Level 7 Dave says, I use Oppo Find X2 Lite. Hang on a minute. Didn't he come on and comment that he's Samsung?
He did, yeah.
Literally 20 minutes ago, Dave,
unless he said you prefer Samsung over iPhone. I don't know whether he said he was using.
I just think he's got the wrong glasses on again. I don't think he knows what the hell he's got in his hand. Layla says Ukraine have had too much cocaine. It's a bit harsh. Keith, thank you very much for the super chat. Love this show, he says in the comments. Thank you very much.
Why
really appreciate that, Keith. Huh?
Why $4.99? It's like a budget show.
Or whatever it is.
Fiver.
I don't know.
That's a carry donation there. Like,
it's good, but just $4.99. It's just.
Have you seen what YouTube are rolling out shortly? Is when you do normal recorded videos, there's going to be an applause button at the bottom of your videos where people can actually, donate for just videos as well, not just live streams. A few people have already got it because they're just sort of rolling it out slowly. So I haven't got it yet. So YouTube, pull your fingers out. John, says,
you can stop doing all these live streams. You can just do some videos, mate.
Yeah, but have you not noticed when he does recorded videos, he's got the damn thing the wrong way around, so he's vertical. So it's like, his screen's mainly black with him just in the middle.
That's the thing. How do I change that though? I have to
turn it round the other way.
Turn it around.
I mean,
turn it that way.
Make sure you've got it on screen rotator as well.
That's it. That's exactly what you need to do, John. Turn it that way.
You have to unlock it so that it works. So
yeah. Would you take Phillips at Newcastle? Yes,
yes,
all
day long.
Southgate got his substitution spot on. Rice and Phillips look like the sort of guys that deliver washing machines for a living. Great pass by Sterling. A Roman legionnaire walks into a bar, holds up 2 fingers and says, 5 beers, please. Billy says, John's last offered him a sportsman's double on Saturday. What's that, John said? It's a mother and daughter at once. John was excited and stripped off when his last shouted, Ma'am, come on down. Oh, dear. 5 at the back and be cautious against Denmark or go full throttle. I think he'll play the same as he did against Germany, to be honest.
I think he's going to play back 4.
He might go 4 at the back.
I think he might go 4 at the back.
You reckon?
Yeah,
4 at the back.
They don't have that much danger going forward, do they? Do they have the pace to get in behind with?
Well, that's the
thing.
I mean,
they do.
Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. Leila says, we've seen that one. Daniil says, that's the main thing, putting it in the net. England still haven't conceded a goal. That's a good point. Yep. Someone stole my mood ring yesterday. I still don't know how I feel about that. Why does a chicken coop only have 2 doors? Because if it had 4 doors, it would be a chicken sedan. Oh, God almighty. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Where's the Bristol City fan tonight? He's been in.
Yeah, where is Annie?
He's probably in bed now. I've just seen a super chat coming from Michael Marsden again, and it's just absolutely incredible. 190 quid. What? Michael, please, you need to give me something to sponsor this chat. Put your name up in or company name or something like that, because you are so damn generous. It is unbelievable.
Wow,
that is just mind blowing. Thank you so much. We'll get to it shortly as well. When John got his green screen out, Madeleine McCann came out from behind it.
Oh no!
Billy. Wow, Billy!
Oh my God,
Billy!
What happened to the Lee Charnley account person? Well, funny enough, if you ask Chongled about that, who sometimes comments, he hasn't commented tonight, but if you ask him about that, he got found out. It was him. Gary says, Guy, want to hear a joke, girl? No, thanks. I'm already looking at one. Billy says, John's applied for a job in Italy. Unfortunately, the only one he's got is as a bin man in Venice. Oh, look, it's Kevin. Ari Ladd's house is hanging. Just got in from work. Did any of you see Paul's stream about the Ukraine game? It was really, 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 really good. A64 is still summertime shite. Thanks for the A64 update, Kevin. I hope your teeth are fine. Lee says, how many months have 28 days? Why are you asking that?
Because February doesn't a leap year.
February, just February. 28 days.
February, yeah. 29 in leap year, isn't it? Yeah, February 1. Why?
Work to do, paperwork. Hang loose, lads. Up the Toon. Catch you soon. Cheers, Kev. John, have you ever tried blobfish before someone said it's tasty?
Oh, God, no.
What does a house wear? A dress?
Oh.
Geordie says York City match is supposed to be on the official York City YouTube channel for Newcastle supporters to watch. Okay, that's good.
It's not the same though. I want to go out and get pissed and go and watch the game and go out and get pissed again.
Barry, how dare you? Obviously talking about the viewers. Guys, if we extended by 10 minutes just to get through the comments, is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go for it.
Yep, John, you haven't got any,
no,
to do or anything?
Even I've got for 5 in the morning, but go for it.
Gary says, Paul, name the 5 great kings that have brought happiness into people's lives. A, drinking, licking, sucking, fucking, and wanking.
Oh, I think I've heard that. Actually.
It's about time he wrote one. He keeps sending me them to read them out.
If that's true, Geordie, I'm actually happy with that, but it's still bad for anyone who wants to be there. Yeah, it is. It is. Basil was arrested using pincers to wank. He was not arrested for exposing himself, but hitting the cop with spunk. Oh, Barry's hair looks like orange cheese.
Yeah.
Joel says, love this show. Tom says, John, if you got married tomorrow, who would you choose to be best man? Joe Linton, Paul, Peter, or Bazza?
Oh, wait a minute. Wouldn't he be marrying Joe Linton? So wouldn't Joe Linton actually
that's
be
hard. I want you guys on all that. But I had to have a little think, Ashley. But
I think he'd mean about, obviously, if he married his girlfriend.
Oh, right. Well, he doesn't have a girlfriend yet. He's only on his second date. It's early days.
Yeah. What did one traffic light say to the other? Stop looking, I'm changing.
Oh my God.
Drinks of Joe Linton P. Archer says the best thing about Joe Linton, he sticks condoms up his arse and bends over and grabs a lighter and has a condom fart. I have nothing to say to that. John, have you tried Starbucks' new hot beverage? Viagra Chino. 1 cup and you're up all night.
He's right.
Yeah, that's brilliant. That's a brilliant comment.
Do you know any crabs are faster than Joe Linton because they're not slow? Love you really, Baz, says Andy.
Cheers, Andy.
Frankly, the Saudis could die of old age before the takeover happens. The takeover will happen in an hour, tomorrow, next week, next month, and so on. It will happen when it happens, and it couldn't happen sooner enough. It's a lot of happenings. Joe Linton will be looking for Amanda to make him some special Amanda juice for Joe Linton's sour milk. Oh. John sounds like Frank Bruno.
Oh,
I've had that a few times before.
Yeah. It will happen after COVID ends. Denmark can't be underestimated. Definitely not. How many guys do you have, John? Because you do say it a lot. He's my guy. He's my guy. He's my guy.
I watch a lot. I watch a few Arsenal streams as well. Like Lee Gunner says, "My guy." Chiggy Chig said, "My guy" as well. Sort of, and Robbie and that as well. So,
so you're just copying off other YouTubers, are you?
I shouldn't really, but.
Right, I'm going to fly through these last comments before we end the show. Chipper says, God, this show's been class. Great to be back. Piff have sounded out one of the De Boer brothers as to be their first manager. Unfortunately, Charlie, the dopey twat, has signed up the lesser-known footballer star, Chris De Boer. Oh, dear me. Exquisite. Good evening. Hello, boys. By the way, there is still no dill bread without the dildo. Ask John, have you tried Starter? Yeah, we've seen that one. Great show, lad, says Thomas. LD, did you hear about the scarecrow that won the Nobel Peace Prize? He was outstanding in his field. John, when will your next live stream be your weekly shop?
I'm going to try and do one tomorrow night, Ashley. Italy, Spain.
Okay. Everybody give the thumbs up. Thanks, Gary. Great show as always. John will be cutting up an old England and Italy shirt and joining them together because he supports Italy. Yeah, he will. He'll have a half and half flag. Oh, brilliant. Dear. That's brilliant. Tangy says, I would rather have Spain in the final because Italians roll around like they've been shot. I have £20 on Denmark to win the Euros since they beat Wales, but I want it to come home. Yeah, the Italians are pathetic the way they're diving about in a minute. Absolutely pathetic. Did you see that one? When they scored the other night, he suddenly got up and started chasing over into the corner to celebrate the goal. Utterly pathetic. Hughes is a Welsh name. Tangy says, I got 10-1 for Denmark after they beat Wales. And there it is, guys. Unbelievable. Michael, I don't know what to say. really, I mean, I'm going through so much shit at the minute. To see that is just incredible. I mean, thank you so much. I mean, you're just a legend. But please do try and contact me on Twitter. And if you've got a company you'd like me to give a shout out to, or a company logo that I can put on my channel, because literally the money you plow into this channel is absolutely incredible. So please do get in touch with me, and I'll do whatever you want to put your channel logo or company shout out or whatever it may be, Michael. Just give me a shout on Twitter. Everybody applauding Michael, of course. Oh, it's incredible. He just honestly, the money he donates to this channel is literally incredible. What do you call a dog with no legs? It doesn't matter. It's not going to come anywhere.
Oh.
A woman in labour suddenly shouted, shouldn't, wouldn't, couldn't, didn't, can't. Don't worry, said the doctor. They are just contraction. Level 7 Dave says, I've definitely got the Oppo. All months have 28 days, guys.
No, they do. Yeah, of course they do.
Yeah. Leila says, what's your thoughts on my comments today? Am I getting worse?
Yes.
Yeah, you are, Leila, to be honest. Thomas says, I want to cry, Michael. Thomas, you're very emotional. Probably not as emotional as I am at the minute, but, you know, we're getting there. I'm getting through it. John looks like dark chocolate, says Leila.
Oh.
Wow. I mean, can you imagine your lass says that to you on your date, John? I mean, how will that feel? Oh, John, you are like
I want to devour your dark chocolate.
I want
you. Like right there.
I want to bite into your love log. Leila says, Peter looks like Trevor from GTA 5.
Oh.
That's a good one. What's your predictions for Wednesday night? I'm going 2-0 England.
3-1 England.
Yeah.
2-1.
Denmark will score 2-1 to England.
Okay. Leila says, John, can you clean my toilet because Joe Linton has done a number 2?
Oh.
John will be bouncing everywhere once he sees Joe Linton. I'm trying to donate £145, but it's not letting me.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll fall off my chair if another one like that comes in, put it that way. What was that one? John looks like he's in a touring caravan. John looks like Lamar from GTA 5. Yeah, God. Joe says, wish you a speedy recovery, Paul. A great job tonight. Cheers. I'm not actually ill, though, Trolls. Don't worry about it. I'm not ill. I've just had a very rough time in my personal life. But I am battling on, especially with the help of these 3 chaps here and other people on Twitter who've been absolutely lovely. And you know who you are. I couldn't name you all because it would be here all night. So thank you very much. Peter looks like Michael in GTA 5.
Oh, my God.
John looks like Franklin from GTA 5. Basil looks like Lester disabled.
Oh!
Wow!
Oh,
wow!
Leila, I used to like.
I know, but need recovery. Yeah, I do, Jules, and I am. I'm just basically keeping myself busy. Obviously, moved back to my old house, and I've got my eldest daughter here as well, and my mum lives here as well because she's got an illness, so she has one of the rooms in the house, and she's great to have around as well. So John will know all about that as well. So yeah, things are okay. I'm just trying to get the garden done because I've got weeds literally 6 foot high. Because since I left here, the gardens have never been touched. So that's got a long job. I was out with the old weed killer today, so I'll be at it again tomorrow. I have to go, but hope you're all well. See you tomorrow. If the show is on, Paul, I will smash a like for you and a great show. Thank you, mate. Yeah, we've come to the end of the show. Thank you very much, everybody, for taking part. And it has been a blast, as it normally is on a Monday night with us. Barry hasn't been too dirty tonight, which is a bit of a change for Barry. I'm sure he'll just start to warm up as we get back into the shows again. John has been his usual self. He hasn't a fucking clue what's going on. And Peter, sitting on his drain. So, it's the usual stuff again. So I want to take this opportunity. Thank you, everybody, for the super chats. You've been very, very generous for them. And I really do appreciate all the kind messages that I've had over the weekend. You're absolute stars. And like I say, the trolls can naff off. I know who the good people are. And it's all you guys out there without a shadow of a doubt. So again, a massive thank you for me. you're seeing me through a very, very difficult time in my life at the minute. And, you know, I'd just like to obviously say thank you for that. And you know how grateful I am anyway. Bazza has chopped the dog from GTA 5.
Oh,
I've never seen it.
It's a Rottweiler, mate.
All right.
Awesome.
Which, by the way, is going to be my next dog, because I've wanted a Rottie for years and years and years. And I thought, well, why not go on my golden retriever? If you have ever seen a Rottweiler cross with a golden retriever, how cute those dogs are. Seriously, man. They are the most beautiful dogs you've ever seen. So who knows what will happen with that. Nice hat. Joel says, take care, everyone, and see you next time. Tom says, thanks for a great evening. Good night, everyone, says Thomas. I heard John's a good gardener, Paul. Yeah, backdoor one. Anyways, guys, says Gary. Right. Thank you very much. This has been the Four Horse. Oh, hang on. We've got a couple more comments, guys.
One thing from me as well, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
I will be live tomorrow night with Holly at 8 o'clock to talk through this protest. So if anyone's got any questions and want to know what it's all about, come and have a ask, and just so we can get some clarity on what it's all about.
Yeah, brilliant.
8 o'clock
I'll
tomorrow
be
night.
watching that as well. Yeah, Holly's quite involved in it, isn't she? So it'll be good to. I know she's been on with Steve tonight, but again, you know, anybody that missed that, you know, obviously go and watch Baz tomorrow night. That'll be a good show. I'll certainly be tuning into that. There may be a preview one. Just keep an eye on my channel and Twitter, and I'll see what I can do. But I'm obviously up against it at the minute. It's a bit hit and miss, but I will get back to normal shortly. I promise you that. Thomas wants to see me dogs. I've only got one now, Thomas, obviously, because the Shih Tzu puppy was left with my ex. So I didn't want to. I wouldn't take that offer. No way. We're still on speaking terms anyway, so it's not nasty stuff anyway. It was all for the kids, you know. And I've done it for the kids mainly, so they're happy with me here in this new house. Right, we'll finish off with a couple of comments. Why don't people who do YouTubes have green walls instead of a green screen?
Because we live in a house with people and they might not want a green wall.
And they certainly don't like that colour green on the walls. I tried it once. Never again. Is this back next Monday evening? It certainly is. Peter Amanda, says Layla.
Oh.
Okay. Good night, guys. Great show again. Josh says Paul, John, Peter, and forget the other name. Good night. Yeah, you're in everyone's bad boost tonight, Baz, after that comment.
I am.
Joel says, so he needs to weed out your back garden, Paul. No, he's not. Peter is Jimmy and Peter Devon. That's it. Right, guys. Thank you three for coming on tonight and cheering me up, and everybody that's watched the show. It's been an absolute blast. But this has been the Four Horsemen, guys, and we will see you at 8 p.m. next week. In the meantime, tune into Baz tomorrow night with Holly. That should be a great show. And keep an eye on my channel for any shows that'll pop up. I will be doing a reaction, definitely, to the match, and hopefully a preview. Peter?
Watch along. I will preview on the watch along for Wednesday. Yeah.
I'll be doing the watch along with you. I might not have a TV to watch because my Sky hasn't been fitted in yet, so I don't know where I'm going to watch ITV at the minute, but we'll see. I think my daughter's got ITV upstairs, so I'll go and watch it in there. But I'll still be on the watch along. So thank you very much, everybody. This has been the Four Horsemen, and we'll catch you next Monday.
Be strong.